2, 1. And we are back with another episode of No Jumper News. Today is Tuesday, March 7th. I'm supposed to have Flacco and Yuri, who are clearly late, but we decided to start without them, and they're going to have to figure that out after. We got the one and only Lush One in the building.
What's the deal?
And the much anticipated Vashtai.
Hey.
What's going on, guys?
On the mic, what's happening?
We gave V a mic today. Flacco's going to have to fight you for it when he comes in now.
I'll gladly give it back.
Y'all know the protocol. I need to see a bunch of cocaine bots. And in honor of today's funeral outfit, I need a bunch of penguins in the chat as well.
Oh, so what I wanted to tell you, the Penguin's lair in Batman is the Iceberg Lounge.
Okay.
Which is a casino. It's kind of badass. And you kind of look like a little bit of a mob boss today, and you're kind of fitting the whole iceberg casino vibe.
Iceberg Lounge. How's there not a club called that?
That's a great question.
Perfect.
Especially one of those like frozen bars, like those ice bars where everything is made of
the ice luges.
Yeah, and you have to wear those jackets and stuff to go in.
That's one of them ones right there.
I think this is an opportunity right here.
But yeah, just so y'all know, although I do enjoy dressing like this, the reason is because a friend of mine passed away, and straight from here, I'm going to be going to his funeral. So,
condolences, Lush. We're really sorry.
Condolences to his family, absolutely. My boy Jeff, who's check on your loved ones when they got mental health issues, because you never know. And we have a Yuri. What's going on, fool?
You're late, Yuri. We had to start without you.
No way.
But, oh, yeah. Your reaction was to Lush?
Yeah.
Yeah, it caught me off guard when he came in the building, too.
I'm going to a funeral.
Okay.
So, yeah. What is that hoodie from?
That is
I know.
So we did a kendama that was
shit
a
is
rip
dope
on
as fuck.
Thank
like
you.
Kodak.
And
it was a sick kendama, and we had some pretty sick ass merch that came with it.
Russian flag in the Russian flag emojis in the chat for Yuri.
I know. I think we determined Yuri is an orange with an eggplant.
Eggplant.
I like that.
Oh my god.
Because T-Rail's just straight orange.
Apologies for being late, guys. I
Shouldn't
feel
it be an orange with a shrimp?
no.
How
no,
is it that
no.
Riley gets here before you?
Because she drove here and I Ubered.
You live together.
I know.
Why don't you go
come
together?
Yeah.
We don't like driving together.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm joking. No, it's like I went to sleep at 3 a.m. and she went to sleep at midnight. So I sleep later than she does.
Hogwarts Legacy?
No, I was up editing fucking clips and shit like that, getting stuff scheduled. I wish. I'm almost done with the game. But guys, apologies once again. It feels like Uber's been doing this thing where like back in the day, they would almost never cancel. Now I feel like there's almost a 50% chance of them canceling.
What's your rating?
I was just going to say, what's your rating?
I don't know.
Let's look.
Oh god.
If it's less than 3 stars.
Oh,
No.
that means they don't fuck
If
with
you're
me?
less than like 4 or 8,
Really?
yeah,
Damn. I
they
didn't know it was
might
bad like
deprioritize
that.
you. Yeah,
Whoa, so I'm 479.
Ooh, that's less than 4 or 8.
boom.
Oh, really? Wow. What did I do to deserve such a thing?
I could probably guess a handful of things. Have you made complaints?
No, I've never made a complaint. I've never smoked in an Uber. I've never threw up in an Uber. I got in a fight one time with my friend. We were throwing water at each other in an Uber.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Maybe but that was like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. There's no way they still remember.
Hey, shout out Malcolm from the North, member for 46 months.
Let's go. Also, guys, apologies for my lack of history knowledge yesterday. I did not hear the end of that.
The World War II stuff?
Yeah.
What
And
was he-
reparations?
Yeah.
My inbox was flooded. I actually got like an email written to me, and it was like a term paper someone had done for you.
No.
Yeah, it was pretty intense.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm not a fucking history major over here. We talk about hip hop news and we try to dabble in a little history yesterday, and everything just went to shit, basically. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know anything. But
I'm glad you can admit that. I think the people are too.
yeah, I try sometimes, it's a swing and a miss.
What clips are you editing right now? Is it stuff for your channel? Is it the
Both.
other stuff?
It's for 10 Talks and the other stuff as well. But yesterday, I was out. Like I went like at 10 p.m. to an escape room with the homie Ricky and the homie Brian Arnett.
Did you survive?
What was the theme?
It was Greek mythology. of some sort.
Oh, you're not a history major.
I know. We had the option between space and Greek mythology, and I thought space would be too dark to film, so I was like, let's do the Greek thing. But that shit was interesting. We actually
survived?
we were able to escape with five extra minutes. So she gave us 5 extra minutes, and we were able to find our way out during that time. But it's interesting, dude. It's like
So wait, you went past the allotted time.
Yeah, he needed
Did you
5 more minutes.
Yeah.
The way you phrased it,
Sorry.
made it sound like
You solved
did
it with 5
minutes to
extra
spare.
minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. No.
Yeah, no.
We were supposed to get 70 minutes. We solved it in 75.
So it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
So you
okay.
died.
Yeah.
I
Well,
did-
no, we didn't die.
You
Well,
would have died.
I did an escape room with Adam 5 years ago before I moved out here.
really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And we did not get past the second room.
How many people were helping?
It was just 4 of us.
I feel like the more
And
people
one
you
of them
have,
was,
the easier
and
it is.
one of them was Adam. Remember that, which made things much harder.
He was on his phone on Twitter the whole time.
Yeah, he made every obstacle much harder because he would just talk over the explanation so you couldn't hear anything.
We
and
were
pick up
doing
on the
that
hints
too.
and then wouldn't help contribute.
I
to,
feel like you'd be
solving any
good
of the
at
puzzles.
that.
I solved a handful of them, but if there was anyone else helping me, we probably could have gotten out there.
Bro, honestly, I feel kind of bad. I didn't do this, but at one point, Brian, we were stuck. We didn't know what to do, and Brian Arnett was like, "I think it's under the tiles," and he started lifting all the tiles off the floor, and he took apart half the floor, and there was nothing there.
Wait, did they do the thing where if you're like moving things you're not supposed to, they like talk to you like,
They
hey,
did that a
stop doing
couple
that?
times, but they didn't notice we were him taking
good.
apart the tiles.
I know everyone has done that today, Flacco.
Why are you wearing a Law and Order sweater?
Life and
Law.
wisdom.
Oh, Law, Life, and Wisdom.
I'm disappointed that they didn't let Josh.
Here, talk on the mic.
Whoa,
Oh shit.
what's up, dude? Whoa, how's it going, Flacco?
Going to a funeral today.
Who died?
This guy I grew up with.
Oh man, my bad, man.
It's all good.
And when do it start?
2.
Damn.
But
You gotta
I,
leave like a little bit early.
I'm dedicated to my job, so I showed up. You know.
Damn. I'll like be real, bro. If my homie passed away, these niggas ain't seen me here for like a week or 2.
I've lost a lot of people, so
Man.
yeah.
And also, it's like I feel
haven't
like
shed a single tear.
Nah?
Not this
yet.
time, no.
Yeah.
I don't think I will.
I feel like the distraction of work helps too. You know,
Yeah.
like actually going to work, like it's better than just pondering and thinking about it the whole day.
I'm just trying to be there for his parents. My parents are close with them too.
Oh,
so
shit.
You feel me? Yeah.
Yeah. And then also too, like Americans view death a little bit differently, right? Like
Yeah.
in the West, right? Like for example, like death like back home is like a celebration, you feel me? Here is more so like a situation where like niggas is crying and shit.
It also
No,
kind of
that's
depends
true.
on the circumstances of their death too, you know?
Yeah.
Hard to celebrate a life sometimes with like the circumstances not being great. Like,
Yeah.
Especially if it was like ended early or
Bro, you know what's crazy is I saw this one dude, Peter Santinello. He did a little documentary about a Jewish borough in New York, right? And he was talking to these kids. They're like 6, 7 years old, and he asked them, "Are you scared of dying?" And they all said, "No." They're like, "If that means God is calling upon me, that's a privilege. If anything." They're like, "Dude,"
Yeah.
they're like, "I'm excited for that day." And I was like, "That's kind of crazy," because you asked a lot of American kids, you know, who are not religious like that, and they'd be like, "No, I'm scared of death," or they don't know anything about it. Where these kids have already thought about it, and they're like, "I'm excited because that means God's calling upon me."
Well, let's just
So
say
with-
this kid wasn't scared to die.
and with Judaism, there's this idea that you're giving your body back and your soul back at a certain point. So whether it's after this, you know, whenever that is, it's inevitable.
You're borrowing it. You're not
Exactly.
It's
It's
not permanent.
never yours. You're never like
And that's what's cool is like, yeah, I think also in like in Indian culture, it's like they just burn the bodies. In certain Indian cultures, but they just burn the bodies on the river, right? And they're
I think
like,
the Vikings do that.
There's
like
kids
Norse
nearby.
The
ones.
Vikings, they put them in like a ship, put it out to sea, and then they light
arrow.
arrows on fire and shoot it at the ship.
And then it
wow,
burns.
what a waste of a ship for everyone that does.
They build it specifically.
No, they build
for
like
that.
this
Oh,
little
okay.
raft.
A little
It's not
canoe.
like a
Okay.
big ship that they were using for export. Like
A little
fuck
raft?
another ship.
It's not like the
They beat my
Mayflower,
body
right?
with like fiery arrows.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like that's the purpose of like religion, right? Is to kind of like soften the blow of this meaningless shit that we do, like right, like
I
right,
agree.
right, like. Listen, like just think about it, right? Like we are born, we spend 75 to 80 years going through all type of
If you're
we're
lucky,
lucky.
if you're
you
lucky,
feel me? Yeah, pain and turmoil and like happiness is cool, but then at the end of the day, bro, like it's all meaningless because this shit don't last forever. You feel me?
It really don't.
Right? So like I feel like religion kind of like softens that blow. Because if you like didn't have something to like look forward to after this shit, and like you knew deep down inside that like once you die, bro, it's over with. Man, like why wake up?
That's why it's like that's the type of shit that inspires me to think like, bro, like you don't know how long you have, and if I wanna fucking learn how to skate, like I'm not gonna let anything stop me. Like, you know what I mean? Like if I have like certain goals or things that I want to do, like I'm not gonna let little fucking things in life stop me if that's my fucking goal. And I'm not saying I'm gonna do negative things that hurt other people, but I'm talking about as for like stream ideas, you know, fucking skateboarding goals or whatever it is. It's like, or anyone else out there, it's like, guys, like
God
if you
forbid you die without meeting your skateboarding goals.
well, it's God forbid.
It's
feel you.
corny though, but like everyone's entitled to their own experience. And like,
Exactly.
what you do with that, it's you. You know what I mean?
And that goes back to the other conversation we're having over like not judging people's decisions, you know what I mean, over what they want to do with their life. But yeah,
That too.
exactly. I don't know.
Unless what they choose to do is harmful to others.
Yeah, exactly. Or themselves.
But again,
That's
their
where it gets
experience.
ambiguous.
Yeah.
There's gray. You know, I don't think there's a definitive answer there. It's interesting. We've been talking a whole lot about religion, God, and satanic things lately.
Oh,
Especially
I know, right?
because Lil Uzi Vert performed an unreleased cut that really got people excited. He's got his upcoming album, The Pink Tape. There's one line though that, you know, kind of had everybody tripping. At one point he raps, "I make a city girl believe in Satan," which led to rumors that JT joined the occult. Paired with the throw up the rock, because that's the nation bar, Uzi took many people back with the unreleased tune. I mean, he was obviously. I don't think that JT joined the occult. Damn, her lips are so nice. God damn.
Nice, or they look like sausage lips. They're
I
like
love
hella
her lips.
inflated.
Yuri,
Nah,
do
those are nice
yourself a
lips.
favor, tap out of this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, those are some
Yeah.
nice lips.
In fact, you're gonna. Yeah. We're just gonna.
They're heavily injected lips. You could tell.
No, hell no.
Yes.
No, bro, those are real natural black women lips, man.
I don't.
I know,
think
I'm
so.
dead. Like those lips are natural. Like you can even like see
Lips
like,
have a little like crunch to them.
The thing is, like,
Not if they're
Crunch.
well
I like your
moisturized.
crunch.
Yuri,
August.
the thing is, I like her lips because I like girls. So my bad. Like,
No,
I
Okay,
apologize.
good defense right there.
if you go to like her old like mugshots, she has the exact same lips.
Oh wow.
That was a super microaggression, Yuri.
Well, usually that it's popular right now to overfill your lips. That's why I say that.
She might have had a little bit whoop-de-whoop done, but like, still,
A little.
she's got really nice lips.
Wait, pause. Like, what's a micro aggression? Because I hear like liberals like use that shit on like.
Microaggression is subtle
For
racism.
everything.
It doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be
racist.
It's like
No, it doesn't have to be.
micro.
But it's a
In
subtle.
this case, it was.
He called you.
In this case, it was.
Yeah.
What'd you call me?
There's arguments to
No.
be made that Yuri's a subtle racist.
Who called him?
no.
No.
Subtle
yeah,
racist.
I know that Yuri's not a racist, but
Yeah.
that statement was
Obviously, because his girl's Mexican.
What is the definition of microaggression? It's like slight aggression. I don't know.
a statement that's subtly infringes upon somebody else.
It's like a sneak diss.
Basically, yeah.
A statement, action, or incident regards as an incident of indirect, subtle, or unintentional discrimination against members of a marginalized group as a racial or ethnic minority.
Basically,
Okay, so you're
exactly
right.
what I said.
Okay, yeah.
Bruh.
I didn't know it had the racial undertone behind it.
Bruh, like that whole sentence, like just read like snowflake, 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 cupcake, cup. Bruh, I hate words like that, bruh. Microaggression, marginalized groove.
No one
systematic
uses that word
oppression.
anymore, though.
Yeah, bruh, like
That was popular like a couple
does-
years ago.
It is annoying and definitely overused, but I fuck with JT's lips and I'm going to defend him.
All right,
to the
sorry.
end.
Apologies again. God damn it.
Regardless, I don't think that Uzi was. I don't think that JT is a part of the occult. I think that obviously Uzi uses a lot of occult imagery. So him saying like the bitch he used to fuck with, he introduced her to Satan or whatever. Like it doesn't necessarily mean it's like a direct.
Yeah,
accurate line.
I think people are just so sensitive and scared about this demonic, satanic shit. Where I'm like, dude, like it's imagery. It's been
Especially
used
when it's
forever.
so overused at this point.
Exactly,
There's
dude.
nothing
It's like
unsafe about
corny
it.
at this
Yeah.
point. It's not even scary. It's corny more than it is scary.
bruh. Are none of those dudes in my eyes? Listen, man. Like, let me just put y'all on the game, right? Like, when it comes to like rappers, right? Niggas, like, I started to like realize this trend probably in like 2014, right? 2015, right? Where like the most surface level rappers with nothing really deep to offer, they like go down as like one trick pony, which is like I'm gonna pretend like I'm super deep, I'm super like below the surface. So then I'm gonna pretend like I'm super emo, devil worshiping, Satan worshiping. I love Marilyn Manson. You never heard of Marilyn Manson song?
You got some examples?
Yeah, Uzi Vert and Cardi, like you feel me, right? Like
And they for sure have never listened to at least 5 Marilyn Manson
Never
songs.
in their life, but
They
they'll
don't know.
tell you, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's hella corny because they're not even into the thing they're trying to portray to be.
yeah, you feel me?
I
Right?
think
it's all bullshit.
I think Uzi is into
know
some of
he's
that
not,
stuff,
bro.
but he doesn't really like overstand.
Yo,
it like that.
Lush, right? Check it out, right? So look, Uzi, right? So Uzi told us, yo, Marilyn Manson is my favorite artist of all time.
He did say that.
Be real. Like, be real, bro. Like, do you think that Uzi can name you 3 Marilyn Manson songs?
No.
2?
Yeah. It's
Let's
like,
see if I can.
No, right?
Beautiful People,
oh yeah, beautiful people.
The Dope Show.
There
Don't
you go.
Like the Drugs.
Wow.
The Drugs Like Me.
You're a bigger fan than Lil Uzi
Dope
Vert.
Hat. Yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah.
Not like,
I agree with Flacco with the. I
Did
think
he
it's
do Suicide's Painless? No, that was he did a cover of that.
He did what's it called? Faith and Sodomy.
Jesus.
Anyway.
not right. But listen though, but like Tupac and Kendrick, and I believe like did something similar, but in like a different, like for example, right? Like we hold Tupac to like a higher regard due to the message in his music, opposed to the actual content and quality of the music, right?
Facts.
Right. So with guys like Uzi and Cardi, again, like that song that y'all heard at Rolling Loud was dog shit, right? But because of the imagery, the Satan shit, like you are tricked now into thinking this is a deeper message and is much more profound than what it really was, bro. That shit just some nigga shit, right? You feel me? Like you know, it's
just
confused niggatry.
Bro, watching Lil Uzi Vert's Rolling Loud performance, I was like getting the vibe that he thinks he's like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
You know, like he really thinks that he's that big of a person. And it's like Flacco's saying, yes, you are that big of a performer, but 10 years from now, 20 years from now, once you're not, people don't care about this image anymore. Like, are people gonna go back to Lil Uzi Vert songs and go like, wow, this is a classic? I don't think so.
I think EXO Tour Life is a classic.
Yeah.
20 years from now, people are still going to be looking at it the way we listen to Michael Jackson.
Not Michael
hell no.
Jackson, but I mean, is there Kendrick songs that are as good as Michael Jackson?
Okay, I feel it.
What? What?
I'm just saying, there's no Kendrick songs.
Oh, yeah.
that are as transcendent as Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Bro, listen, there's no Kendrick song that's as transcendent as EXO Tour Life.
That is arguable, and you could be right. I'm not. I mean,
like what? I mean,
And
there's
maybe a
none.
dozen other Uzi songs.
What? Yeah, bro.
I don't know
trust
where
me.
all this Uzi hate's coming from. I'm
It's
feeling
not
I
Uzi
fuck with
hate.
Uzi.
It's the devil. It's like his little image of like,
But Uzi's also
I'm wearing
like changed-
fishnets and all this
he's
stuff.
changed his image pretty regularly over the course of his stardom. Like,
this is like a
he had
pretty
a diamond
Like,
in his head like a year and a half ago.
This
Well,
is
we're
like
talking about him making JT a Satanist.
he's
I think that's
not
more
really.
of
It's just a
like-
fucking bar.
It's a
Yeah,
bar
exactly.
more of like she'll do whatever I say she's gonna do. Like she's under my spell. Like I'm that type of dude.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and it's a topical bar that's gonna get people conversing about it. But
Bro, listen, man, I'm just sick of the fake shit. Like here, right? So look, there's two people, right? That here's like the rapper like starter kit, right? The rapper starter kit is you start making music, you start screaming, saying things that are inaudible, right? To like make it seem like you're saying some like profound shit. And then you list your two idols as Marilyn Manson and Kurt Cobain, right? And that's it. Again, that's how you make it as a SoundCloud rapper. Get dressed, say some
For sure.
incredible shit, and then live out listening to Kurt Cobain.
the thing
and
is, like
Marilyn Manson.
with Cardi, he didn't used to have that aesthetic at all. He came out wearing fucking streetwear. He had like
Exactly.
Supreme on and
Hoodies and shit.
Yeah, and then like he started to evolve into designer shit. It wasn't until like slightly before a Whole Lot of Red where he fully, because he was already going in the direction of like the rock star shit. But
Yeah.
with Whole Lot of Red, that's when he fully embraced it. A lot of the records on that album aren't made.
They're not rock stars though.
Right, but they're not like the thing is, rock music is at an all-time low right now, and the closest thing we have to traditional rock stars are guys like that. Because who are the rock stars of today? Where's Axl Rose of today? Where's John Bon Jovi of today?
But those
You know what I
rock
mean?
stars were rock stars for a reason. You would see them pound half a bottle of Henny and just play the drums for 3 hours. It's like
These dudes
they
take
did
a lot of
legendary,
drugs, no?
unhuman things.
These
You know,
dudes don't do a lot of fucked up drugs and shit like that. Like
I don't know. I guess
They
you
had
don't-
actual skill sets too, though, right?
I'm
Right?
not saying. Look, I'm not.
Indie
making-
rock to me, no. So indie rock to me is like the new rock stars.
Correct,
Right?
but those guys aren't like they don't have the image of
1975 to me are rock stars.
what basically what you're seeing with Uzi and Cardi, they're not like emulating the grunge era. They're not emulating
Yeah.
Stone Temple Pilots, Nirvana, Alice in Chains. They're emulating like hair metal and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're going back to like the 80s and shit like that. And you don't really. That's the closest to the aesthetic.
Gentrified rock stars.
Right. You're not
Right.
wrong. And a lot of the music on a Whole Lotta Red wasn't made for your iPhone. It was made for Coachella. It was made for Rolling Loud.
I feel
it was
that.
made to be performed to a
I
mass
see, I see.
audience. Like,
Okay.
live.
You know what's crazy, right? It's like, you know, like how like, and you can look at like you can like look at certain like white boys and see, okay, and he got his whole image of like what it means to be a black guy off of like these like movies and shit, right? You feel me? Like how he dresses, how he talks, you feel me? It looks like Playboy Cardi.
That's
and
a good
Uzi
example
Vert
right there.
got their depiction of what a quote unquote rock star is based on the local, like the grunge movies they be seeing. You feel me?
Yeah, or like Marilyn Manson photos from the
Yeah,
fucking
bro,
back in the
like,
day.
Well,
They're like, oh, this
and
is it.
really, what I
bullshit.
want to know is how much of it are they responsible for themselves, and how much of it is an image consultant and a stylist.
And they are being styled on a pretty consistent basis.
Yeah.
That's true.
So you know,
Bro, that clip I saw of Playboy Cardi performing at Rolling Loud, where he wasn't singing any. It was he was singing the "Take My Shirt Off," the host stop breathing. He was just going ha the whole time, like doing one of those like rock and roll screams the whole time. He didn't say a single word from the song. He was just screaming.
that's why
I was like, people were paying for this.
that's why I don't go to Rolling Loud and shit like
Bruh.
that. Like,
Raw emotion.
I'm too old for that.
It's
shit.
artistry.
Yeah, bro.
I like to see MCs. I like to see performers that
Yeah,
are actually
yeah.
rapping.
Nah, I feel you.
Nah.
Well,
Fam,
you're
listen.
a fucking millennium.
Yeah, bro.
You're a fucking Gen Z.
Wait, you
soy-
don't like
soy
going to
baby
concerts
fuckboy,
either.
you
Like
feel
I
me?
can see you at a Rolling
If I
Loud
go
going
to a
like,
con-
ooh, like
If I go to a concert and
It's
you're
Taylor
like,
Swift.
You don't want
bar
to see
me up,
somebody
like-
rap.
if I go to a concert, I don't want to see you giving me a 82-piece bar. I'm talking about.
So
like,
you want to see?
man,
So
bro.
you want to see Playboy Cardi scream incoherently?
Nah,
So what do you want
Do you
to
want
see?
to see background dancers?
Kodak.
Okay,
You
but,
feel- right?
but
Like-
Kodak's actually
right?
he's an example of what I'm talking about.
yeah, right.
Nah,
Lyricist.
bro. Like the
actually
actual
raps.
song. You feel
Yeah.
me? Yeah, like
Kodak actually raps though.
I would say so as well. Yeah, I think he's like a good lyricist.
Yeah, Kodak's a great lyricist.
Like you would
No,
listen
right.
to him and be like, oh wow, it's a fire bar. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
what about this? What about Wheezy?
Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
Wow,
You're fucking weird, fool.
That's crazy.
Wait though.
That's
all Lil
crazy.
Wayne. Yes, listen. Like the all Lil Wayne performed that shit for me. Like this new weird voice he got, he be doing, bro. I'm good off that.
You wouldn't, but you don't think that a Lil Wayne show would be fire?
Dude, I saw a Wayne show when he played with Blink a couple years ago, and he was playing a bunch of his old shit. Shit was
Thank you.
Fire.
Yeah.
The
It was
old shit
incredible.
With Blink
Blink
182.
We don't even know
Yeah,
his new
they were on
shit
tour
like
together.
that.
Dude, there was like
I
fire
hear
shit
that
coming
voice,
off the
I turn
stage. It was a wall of speakers. That shit was fire.
What about Drake?
Oh man, bro. Listen, a 24-hour concert of Drake, nigga. You feel me? Like,
Oh my god, does he have 24 hours worth of music?
yes. What,
That's
bro?
what Gummy Bears fool?
Yeah, of course. Yo, bro, listen, right? I went to a Drake concert in like Minneapolis, right? And like that was the first like Drake concert that I went to, and like I sat back and realized like, damn, yo, like yo, and he really got all hits, like no misses, right? And this was in like 2015, like this was like, you feel me, like 2015. So I'm like, damn, yo, who really fucking with him? Now 5 years later, and he got like 100 more hits.
8 years later.
Yeah.
Oh damn, bro, yo, time going by fast. You feel me?
I'm just saying, I'd rather see actual artists and performers, not artists, because that's like it's wrong to not call
Yeah, of course.
Cardi and them artists, but I like to see actual performers.
Yeah, I would not. If I, as a Playboy Carti fan, I'm there to hear his lyrics, so even if they are simple. I'm not there to hear him scream. You know what I mean? But like Josh was saying, it's artistic. Everyone's going, dude.
Especially not
I was
artistic,
talking to Ricky.
It's
who
somewhere
went,
between artistic and autistic.
well, yeah, I was talking to Ricky, who was there during the Playboy Carti concert, and he said that he saw hella people fainting, people losing their minds, throwing their fucking shirts on stage, like all this shit. He said people are going insane for Carti.
They're off them wafers. Fools are rolling hard, right?
Yo, I don't know if this is a part of the topics, but I wanted to give Flacco his flowers for his recent video that he posted.
What?
Because Riley showed me this video, and I had a very similar train of thought. The one that you did about Northwest.
Oh, yes.
And, like, it's like a thing where it's like, just saying that can be a little bit weird or dangerous, right? But the way you said it, I was like, no, he's right. It's like, this is exactly how I felt about it. That was weird. You know what I mean? That's
You're
not...
talking about the Ice Spice shit?
Yes.
Yeah. Yo,
Oh,
We'll
it is
talk
on there.
about
Okay,
that.
sorry. I didn't know if it was
But-
on there or not.
it's fuckery.
But I agree with you.
No, we can get into it.
Uzi Vert doesn't have any song as good as Marilyn Manson's cover of Sweet Dreams.
I've never heard,
And
listen,
it's fire.
I've never heard not one Marilyn Manson song.
He got some
I heard
jams.
Beautiful People probably.
He got some jams.
Yo, nah, but though, have you been fucking with my new like style of videos now? Like where it's I just said, damn, bro. Like I have a platform like where like I can make these YouTube videos, man. Like let me actually just do something that's deeper than just the surface level bullshit, right? That I've been doing. So
I enjoy your content. The one thing that kind of throws me off sometimes is like you'll have a title where it says something I really want to watch. It's like Joe Rogan talking about doing ketamine. I'll be like, whoa! I click on it and I realize it's a 5-hour live stream, and I'm like, I don't want to go
right?
through all this
I know,
just
right?
to hear about the Joe Rogan news,
Not right facts, right? But like the recent videos though, man, have been just kind of just transitioning into more so like just mini documentaries, right? You feel me?
So what's your take on this?
On this, so look.
So for those who don't know, recently Ice Spice popped up. Kim Kardashian had Ice Spice pop up to do little TikTok videos with Northwest and her sister.
Crazy flex as a mom.
Yeah.
I want to hear your thoughts.
Me
'Cause
personally,
we
man,
talked about it on the Tuesday show, which drops tonight.
Right. So, and the first thing that comes to my mind is 2020, when Kanye West was tweeting his famous his famous Twitter rant was, "Yo, listen, they're trying to send me away. They're trying to get me locked up. Kim, you would not have my daughter on no Playboy cover. Chris, I know your plans." And people said he was bipolar, he was crazy, he was out of his mind. When I was reading those tweets, and again, it's bad grammar, but it was really easy to decipher that this was a father who was concerned about the plans and devious plots that his child's grandmother and mother had for his child. And he was the only person in between his child having a normal life and growing up to have an actual career, or his child going down this influencer path.
I think it's similar to a dad telling his young daughter, "Hey, you're too young for makeup. You're too young to wear these types of clothes. Please don't do that." And on the other hand, Kim Kardashian's like, she doesn't give a fuck. Her morals are elsewhere.
Right now. So
It's a good point.
right. So when I seen that, I quickly understood. Hold up now, bro. And he's right. But when I seen TMZ now start the propaganda train in favor of Kim Kardashian and painting Kanye as crazy and out of his mind, that was the first instance I realized, holy shit, TMZ and the Kardashians are now gonna try to railroad Kanye West out of his daughter's life and put him on a path that's probably gonna take him out of, right? Now, fast forward 2 years later, when Kanye came online and said, bruh, yo, they didn't invite me to my daughter's birthday party because they want their new white boyfriend to be there to play stepdaddy. Now, he came online, yeah, right, Skeet. And he came online and said, yo, can I please get the invite? And TMZ quickly, I'm talking about 5 minutes and afterwards, wrote a piece up talking about how Kanye West is lying. All right, Kim gave him and address months ago, right? All type of shit, right? And then I'm like, that's weird. Like, why is TMZ now like trying to, like make Kanye sound crazy? Now then fast forward again to the TikTok shit where Northwest had on makeup, the emo shit, and Kanye said, yo, I need y'all help, bro. I don't want my daughter to be on TikTok, and Kim is not respecting my rights.
And that's like a fair thing to ask as a dad, where he said like in that rant where he was like in any relationship where a mother and a father like split ways or disagree, the mother always gets a higher percentage of the decision making when it comes to the child. You know what I mean? Like, and how is that fair? Even if the mom could even be on drugs, I'm not saying Kim is, but the mom could be on drugs, the mom could be having crazy life issues. The government's still gonna be like with the mother.
Now, I agree with everything y'all are saying.
Yeah.
However, Kanye's erratic behavior made it easy for them to justify that.
Was it erratic, or was it TMZ and the media painting him and making everyone else think this guy's more crazy than he actually is?
He wasn't erratic for those statements, but there was a lot of...
You're right.
Yeah.
No, right? But though, and that's the thing though, right? And that's why like I started off talking about TMZ. So when Kanye went on his whole Jewish rant, right? That was him being pushed
But that
over.
was way after the fact, right?
Yeah. But though, that was him being pushed over the edge due to decades. Sorry, not that, but a decade of Harvey at TMZ. I'm talking about like just running a fucking slander campaign and propaganda against Kanye. So Kanye now felt like, again, irrationally, right, blaming the entire Jewish people because there's one Jewish man who owns this media conglomerate.
And don't forget Drake's Jewish.
Right? Is attack. Again, that was still an irrational thing, but TMZ and Kim pushed him over the edge. Now Kanye West is at a half house because they pushed him over the edge, and now Kim is the sole decision maker of their kids now. And now you see what Kim being the sole decision maker will get your kid. It's online in a crop top, hip gyrating and twerking for a grown man. Like, come on, bro.
I'm not, look, I don't disagree with anything you're saying. I didn't really, when I saw that initial TikTok, like, yeah, it was a little inappropriate for them to be talking about. I wouldn't want my daughter talking
Initial
about
wasn't bad, though.
boobs and butt. Like there's a few
The initial
references.
one that wasn't bad, though.
Yeah, I didn't think that was bad at all.
No, it's a second one like that took people like, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah.
Right? Like what she had on like the...
And I also definitely don't think that Kim Kardashian was clout chasing by putting Ice Spice in there. It's like Kim is the clout. This is a huge good look for Ice Spice, if anything, as far as clout goes.
Yeah. Wait, Josh, can you like mute it though? Like because yeah.
Yeah, when Riley showed me this, I had the same feeling of like I would not want my daughter making this type of video.
It's a little bit much.
And again, and her mother is probably like 2 feet away, probably counting down the days that she can get Northwest a fucking BBL. Man, come on, bro. Like Kim's a piece of shit for this, bro.
I hope that's not true.
Bro, listen, right here, bro. So look, if they did the same thing to Kylie when she was 16 years old, they got her a BBL, lip fillers, and then pushed her in the arms of a 25-year-old nigga in Tiger to fuck on her and take her out on trips, right? Now, if they had to wait for Kylie to at least get mature enough to where they can make her look like a black girl, can you imagine what they got planned for an actual black girl who don't need surgery for those fillers? Bro, at 13, 14 years old, they about to have her out here on an influencer tour, bro.
I agree with that.
You feel me? It's over with.
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of thoughts about what you said. I do agree with a fair portion of what you said. This video of her, when it came out, made me feel uncomfortable to the point where I had to go back and look to see how old she was.
8, right?
9 years old. That's as old as my oldest.
That's not
There's
true.
not in a way, like in any imaginable world, could I imagine my son in Northwest is like the same people I was looking at. She looks about 8 years older than him. She's acting in a completely different way. And this is someone who's the exact, like they could be in class together, like if they were randomly assorted.
And I'm not sure how
And
like
I know that there are kids who are in third grade who aspire to be TikTokers, who aspire to be pop stars.
That's the thing.
That
exactly.
is the thing that they hero.
But you could also
and
be a
glamorize.
TikToker without
And
sexually exploiting yourself.
And right now, who is one of the biggest female up-and-coming rappers right now is Ice Spice.
Yeah.
And who has one of the most signature, iconic looks right now
Mm-hmm.
is Ice Spice. And it's something that you can really easily kind of emulate as a girl to look up towards. And yes, if you listen to those fucking lyrics and hear what she's saying and see what she's doing and copying her, it's like it's disturbing.
It takes a mother or father to be like, no,
as a
you're not
parent,
allowed
you're
to put a
super
full face
yeah.
of makeup on right now. You're not allowed to put lip gloss
and
on. And
up until
and do all
this point, like up until these videos came out, I had defended Kim's stance on all of this. Even like the gothic stuff that she was in the video stuff with Northwest the first time, I didn't think was anything crazy. I thought that was just them doing makeup and
It's like a
playing around
Halloween
with it.
costume.
Yeah, it didn't seem crazy to me. But
No, it's
Flacco-
an Illuminati ritual.
But Flacco, when you do all of the things leading up to it, it does those those beliefs that Kim has her best interest in mind, and yes, she's been exposed to this lifestyle, so maybe she can look out for her knows best. Those ideas really go out the window when you see something like this, and I don't think that Kim. There are a lot of the things you said after the fact. I don't think Kim is sitting off on the side counting down the days that her daughter can get a BBL. I don't think she's sitting here filming this. I don't think she's really even here. I think this is mostly being done unsupervised, which is probably something that Kanye also could have had a legitimate gripe on
Exactly.
if he wasn't so erratic and did a lot of other things to hurt what he could have done.
Now, let me ask you this.
He
What-
could have gone to the courts and got in custody. He could have done these things with them in mind. But, Flocka, you want to paint the media? He gave them everything they needed.
Wait,
And,
though.
and
TMZ, though,
historically, like the Kardashians are big through TMZ. They've been working hand in hand for as long as they've been
A1
around.
day one.
Yeah, like that's
Exactly my
not
point,
surprising.
though. No, exactly my point, though, right? Like, for example, like, as a media, you're supposed to be objective, right? For example, if a story, like, comes out against, like, somebody who's a friend of No Jumper, I don't give a fuck, right? I'm reporting that shit fairly, right? So, with TMZ and Harvey, being probably like, well, like...
That's
like,
not true. There are certain things that we will not put out that we let other people put out.
But he's saying him, though.
Again,
But
we
you work
report
for
on it,
this,
right?
but you work for a media company and you respect that decision not to put everything out.
Yes, right, but like we wouldn't, like, for example, right, like if we say this, there's a story that comes out against somebody who we like and somebody who we don't know, right? We would just say, all right, let's not touch it. But once we put it out and we give bias and just biased opinions, now that's kind of like, now that's just fucked up right there, right? Because again, like Harvey has a media company, but outside that though, right? And he represents a particular community and he has a duty to make sure, right, that he represents his community.
Do you mean Jews or gays?
No, Jews, right?
Wait, Flacco, do you think there's any unbiased media company? Because I got into this
I think that's
conversation.
way too much of a He's not put himself out there as the head of the Jews by any stretch, and he doesn't owe an obligation
He's
to
more a
represent
part of the
Jews.
he's more a part of the gay community than the Jewish community.
Yeah,
would say.
I don't agree with that statement whatsoever.
If he knows, right, and how much people unfairly demonize the Jews and say, oh, look, like they're biased, they're fucked up people, right, then why the fuck would you have a media company that's plastering your face in front of it and then go out of your way to run these hit pieces and on
I'm not gonna lie.
Like
Flacco is making a lot of sense to me right
Right?
now. You
Right,
really are.
because
But let me
we-
ask you, is there any way to make a young lady an influencer in a more wholesome manner? Is there any way they could have done those videos and had it not come off like that?
I definitely agree that there's so many other content creators out there that don't do that type of content.
Jojo
They do-
Siwa wasn't doing all
Exactly.
that.
There's so many other examples. But then also, I heard Adam bring up this a while ago, where it's like back in the day, before social media and internet and all that stuff, you had to grow different intelligences, or like you have to grow as a person and become smarter in different ways as a human, right? One of them is like being a sociable person, and you learn those skills by hanging out with friends and doing the things that other people do in your community or in your age group. Nowadays, it's Instagram and TikTok, right? So if you completely limit your kid and say, no TikTok, no Instagram, no nothing, are you kind of limiting their social intelligence at a certain point, where they're going to grow up and not really be on the ball like other kids are by the age of 18 because they've been so limited, by their parents?
What?
It's like
again?
I feel like kids kind of you need to limit it and be like supervising their internet experience. But
that's-
I feel
that's
like
the same thing as,
but I
like-
feel like kids need it at the end of the day to kind of fucking grow as a young adult nowadays
At the appropriate ages.
Yeah.
at their appropriate age.
And that's
with
for the
appropriate
parents
It's
to
just
kind
like
of
when we were
determine.
kids, like
Exactly.
our parents would make us, before we played video games, go outside. And,
Exactly.
Hell
Or like,
no.
hey, you're sitting too close to the TV, or hey, like you've
Yeah.
been playing this for the last 2 hours, you should stop playing now, or whatever it is. It's like there has
You know
to be
what was
some limit.
crazy about you're sitting too close to the TV? Those game consoles did not come with long cords. You had no option but to sit in front of the TV.
Honestly,
Yeah, of course.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, what other option do you have? That was just a way to saying stop playing video games.
basically.
That's facts, but
Nah, but you can't be all up on that shit. Like, motherfuckers was like literally.
No, but you might have like 4 feet. From the
Motherfuckers
TV
like
top.
was like ravers next to the speakers. Like,
Facts, bro. You know what's funny though is like back in the day we heard don't be too close to the TV or whatever, all that shit, right? And now they're pushing all this VR shit where there's a 4K monitor 2 centimeters away from your eyeballs.
of course.
right? No, that's a good point. Now let's look at another issue here.
Yeah.
There are no, within hip hop, positive role models on a mass level that these young girls can have. Like, what are the options? Who's a more wholesome option than Ice Spice?
But say Martin, right? Right.
Sade.
What? No. Sorry. Rasai Martin is an actor, so it's.
I'm talking about within hip hop.
Dreezy.
Dreezy is a great example, however, not famous enough to count. I'm talking. There's a lot of look. I could say Rhapsody. I could say Jean Grey.
Oh, the Pink Panthers.
Oh yeah, huh?
The exact same year.
Yeah.
Come on now, listen. And she dresses in Amish clothing.
She
You feel me?
she dresses respectfully,
Cover ups her elbows,
and
her
her
knees.
music lyrics aren't insane either.
Yeah, but she's dope, but definitely not on the same level as like Ice Spice.
She got ass too though. Like,
as far as popularity. Is she as popular as Ice Spice?
oh yeah. Well, no, so,
She's not.
No, look, right. So look, like, okay, so
You know what's popular as Ice Spice?
Look.
City Girls, Lotto,
Panthers
Glorilla.
though.
Okay, honestly, wait. You know what? You know what's
Cardi,
funny? This is giving me
Nicki.
this is giving me a
Do you see where I'm
flashback
going with
because
this?
I
Like,
remember when Britney Spears was hella popular,
Yeah.
right? And she was like 16
Same
or
shit.
17.
Exact same
my
shit.
Same shit.
My sisters were like around that same age. They started wearing like crop top fucking tees and spaghetti straps and like they start kind of like copying that type of style. Whereas like. I knew that my sisters, like, they were dressing a certain way to leave school, and then they would get to school and go to the bathroom and dress this whole nother way,
But keep in mind, kids have been doing that from
no facts, but I'm just saying like the influence of like pop celebrity women on the youth. It's just like that's what it was for Britney Spears back in the day. Now it's Ice Spice, and like it goes back to the conversation is it takes the parent to be like, okay, you can be a fan of her. Wait, was this song lyrics say? No, you can't listen to that song.
but you have
and
to
how
be careful
different
because
is
when you
this
do
than-
that, you're making once you like vilify it, you make it more appealing to them.
And Flaco, how different is this than the beauty pageants?
Oh no, listen, like those are even
That-
worse.
Yeah, those
Honestly,
are pure evil.
Beauty
Those
pageants,
girls are like 5 years old doing that bullshit.
people bringing
Yeah.
kids
You're
to
allowing
drag
kids
shows, all that shit.
to act like adults, and
Yeah.
it's very uncomfortable
Yeah.
for most people.
Yo,
I
you
wouldn't
know,
be
like,
psyched to my kids going to drag shows.
No, like again,
of
my
course not.
reading hour. Or
my
whatever.
kid's the
pissed.
same age, and I could never in 100 years like he doesn't. We just gave him a Facebook Kids Messenger account so he can message his cousins and grandparents. Like, I couldn't imagine the idea of him creating a TikTok account and looking to get followers and have other people watching that I wasn't aware of.
Yeah, right?
That's insane for a 9-year-old in my head.
it sucks, man.
Exactly. It's
Yo,
too much to deal with.
Now listen, like, so if she could take the Marseille Martin like path, right, which is like, for example, when she was in underage, you feel me? Like she was not out there, right? Now the minute she turns 18, like she's showing, off her goods now.
Yo, Adam's in here.
For breakfast?
I know, right? That's what I was
And he
thinking
let me
too.
hid the gummy bears behind the pillow.
And they're already like 90% eaten.
That's grimy.
Yo, where's Zerka at?
Zerka and me, we're about to do podcast number 2. By the
See,
way,
they-
this is really because of a funeral?
Yeah.
Damn, you killed it.
Had
I
to
looked
do
in
it
here
too.
earlier and thought, who the fuck is
Zerka!
that?
Yo, listen,
Doing
man.
News right now.
Listen,
Flacco's
man.
a huge fan of
Listen.
course. How's it going, man?
I'm just glad, right, that Adam finally listens to me. Feel me, man? I've been telling Adam, listen, Zerka,
You put me on.
of course,
You
right?
put me up.
You the dude texting me?
Can we
that
get
was-
Court in
that
here
was
too?
guilty.
Yeah, right?
Can we
That was
get Court in
guilty.
here too?
That was guilty.
I'd like to
Right?
introduce
Give
him.
guilty his props.
Who?
Court.
Who's Court?
The hardcore No Jumper fans will remember him from some prior episodes.
Feel me? Listen up, right? But though, I told Adam, bro, Zerka is one. He's like entertaining as fuck, and he's one of he's one of him. So I'm just glad that finally, bro, we finally got one of the the four thinkers of like this generation.
He's
man.
the new Andrew Tate, they say.
Yes,
He said that.
Yes.
I've been doing this before Andrew Tate,
Yeah, man.
but I watch your podcast.
What's up, Yuri?
What up, dude? I like the podcast, but it is stoner energy. We need a cokehead in this fucking bit.
Nah, that's a fact, man. Nah, that's a fact, bro.
Hey, this is my boy Court.
Hey,
Hardcore
Court.
No Jumper fans will remember him. If you don't remember him, then you're not a hardcore fan.
Oh shit.
2018 type shit.
Hey, Courtney.
What's up, big dog?
Cocaine.
You already.
Yeah. But anyway, shout out to Court.
Okay.
On and off the court.
Is Court gonna be like a new host or?
I mean, he's just out here for the week, so let all the
posted.
fans know and
in the
try not to
building.
give him a case of anxiety by judging him too harshly.
I'm definitely, man. You feel me? Like, let's
It's up
do it,
to
man.
you. It's up to you, fans. No, it's actually up to us, but we can pretend it's like kind of.
I
All right,
the Court
so-
kind of
so-
fly though, man.
Oh, thank you.
Flacco, the fans matter.
Yes, fans do matter.
With that being said, Court, what are your thoughts on the Northwest TikTok with
Son.
Ice Spice?
Let me
the
say
grimy
this.
bit.
You don't. I don't have a daughter. I don't have a younger sister, nothing. But let me say this: no little girl is supposed to be on the internet talking about my ass fat.
Facts.
Like what?
No,
that shit is
100%.
wild. And then she got the wig, and then she put on the sweatsuit.
Bro.
I
The
know.
wig is the least problematic part of the whole thing.
A lot of people were out there 10 years old dancing around to Freak a Leak. That's all I'm gonna say.
Who? What?
It's a part of growing up that you dance to songs that are like a little too inappropriate for your age, don't you think?
You don't post on TikTok.
Freak a Leak.
That's fair. Yeah, it's on TikTok.
Yeah.
Did you say what? Did you?
Big Butt. I was 8 years
y'all
old
say
getting down to that
what-
song.
Adam just admitted to dancing the Freak League, by the way.
Y'all really don't know what Freak a Leak is?
No.
Freakily.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. I can't sing the other part that people know, but yeah.
From New
Yeah,
York?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm from New York.
Yo, bro, like, and you sound exactly like Ma.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Like, I'm talking about the same
That's a
demeanor.
hey, that's a microaggression against New
Oh,
Yorkers.
wow.
Nah.
Oh, by the
listen.
way, hold on. Let me say what up to the harmonious man. Yuri,
Oh, what
how
up,
you doing,
dude?
bro?
How's it
Big
going,
fan,
man?
big fan.
Oh,
bro.
thank you, dude. What the
Yeah,
hell?
Gulag stream was busting.
Oh, my, yo, I appreciate you, man.
God,
Thank
get
you.
up into me. Oh, wow, that's
What the hell?
crazy,
That's
man.
crazy, man.
Flacademics,
He's
man.
really-
You know,
God damn.
He's really tuned
Flacademics, you
in.
know I got you, bro.
Nah, that's crazy,
Hey,
man.
thank you, bro. I
He said,
appreciate you, Corey.
cocaine bot harmonious and flacademics. So
Nah, but bro, like you sound like here. So, like for example, right? Like there's like archetype, right? Like there's the cool New York guys, right? Feeling like who just laid back, just too cool for school, right?
That was me.
You more like, but even like the swag too, my boy. You feel me, man? Right? Like, and then there's like the guys who are like the super demons and shit. You feel me? Like there's like the New York niggas who just too cool for school. Then there's the
drillers.
super demons. I'm talking about like the niggas who like black Air Forces crunched up. You feel me? Like Nike Techs. Just crazy, right? And then
There's
there's
a
like the
few-
super fashion niggas too,
Yeah, there's a few different New York archetypes. You
Yeah.
can't really like, you know what I mean?
You feel me? It's
Yeah.
court, there's demon, and then there's the fashion niggas. You feel me? But though,
ASAP Rocky,
bro, oh my god, bro. Like,
UG's.
LA has its archetypes as well,
nah,
though, for sure.
wait, pause, bro. Nah, I don't think that UG's is like a. Oh, it's for the demons.
Yeah.
Yes, got you.
ASAP Rocky, fashion guy.
Oh no, look, no, look. It's Harlem, the fashion niggas.
Right.
Bronx, the demons.
Yep.
Brooklyn, the laid back cool niggas.
Yep.
And that's where I'm from. I'm
accurate.
from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
Have you
that's
been to
accurate.
New York, Flacco?
That's accurate.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
he grew
yes.
up 2 hours away.
That's true.
Hell no.
Yeah, I still on that
Wait,
shit.
wait. No.
Philly's like 2 hours away from
No,
New York,
hell no.
bro. It's like a 2.5 hour drive.
5 hours away.
No, it's not. It's like it's like a 2 hour
Yeah,
drive.
it's
bro.
mad close. You're not
Yeah.
going. You're not going to be in the part of New York you want to be in, but you're going to be in New York.
Oh yeah.
You can for sure get to Jersey City from Philly in 2 hours.
I'm thinking about
Less.
those like the Bronx and Brooklyn though. You feel me? Like 5 hours, like 4 hours? Or what?
Hell no.
The Bronx is a third world country, bro. They still got vacant lots out there. You know what a vacant lot is? That's when you
Absolutely.
take a building down
Yeah.
and you don't do shit else.
Nah,
You
that's
just
straight
leave
up.
the fucking hole there in the ground. That's what they
shit.
got stray dogs and all of that in the Bronx. Like
Damn.
it's crazy up there.
Is it safe to say this is the worst the Bronx has been since like the late 70s when they were like doing all those like deliberate structure fires that
Nah,
landlords were?
I think it was way worse in the 80s, bro,
80s.
because crack in the Bronx was crazy.
Yeah.
Got facts, man.
That's the one thing I've heard a bunch of times is like
What crack?
Broken glass
Once crack hit
everywhere.
in the 80s, like it was like a shit show at that point. Because
Yeah.
no one knew
It fucked
how
LA
bad
up,
it was,
too.
right? Everyone just thought it made them feel good.
What crack? Bro,
But do y'all think that? All right, so do y'all think that Kim Kardashian called Ice Spice to do this video? with her
Absolutely.
daughter?
Yeah.
yeah, of course.
Absolutely. She
And
was
he-
like,
and-
my daughter's a huge fan.
Exactly.
Please pop up and do some TikToks.
And that's where like she probably like justified it to herself in a way where she's like, my daughter's a big fan. I want to hook her up, whatever. That is kind of cool to meet her, but like you were saying, it's like to be in a video where you're singing those lyrics as that young of an age, you know what I mean? Like if you do it off camera, whatever, so be it, because you're a fan. But to put on TikTok and then also later on put on that whole jumpsuit where it's like,
Come on, man.
yeah.
Honestly, there is no Ice Spice song she could have been singing. Because, like,
No.
I'd rather her do that song than be like, yo, that nigga a munch. Like,
Yeah,
that shit would have
you're
broke
right.
my heart, bro.
Oh, shit.
This little
No, for
ass
real.
girl.
Not fact.
It just
For
goes
real.
back to the thing of like, it's not appropriate to post on TikTok. The mother or father, if he was allowed, should have been like, no, you know what I mean? Like, you're not allowed to do this.
That's like I'm not sure that it's as nefarious as Flacco says, as far as it being like there might be a little bit of truth, but I don't think it's as deliberate as far as like being groomed to
Bruh,
be like.
Once I found out about
a
the
16-year-old like.
Kim K's mom setting up the whole porn
come
shoot,
on,
I was like, bro, I don't put anything out the window for that family. at
But
this point.
If a
it's
short convince.
definitely they could have been like, especially because these kids are role models to so many others. If Northwest says it's cool to
That's that real quick, Lush, right?
to Ice Spice, why is it? Then it's cool for my daughter to do it too. It's like changing the consensus and precedence in a very potentially negative way.
Facts.
Lush, right? So look, $5,000, right? That Northwest will have a BBL by 17 years old.
No.
You're a terrible person for even talking about
Yo, we talking about a 10-year-old BBL?
I was gonna say like,
Kim Kardashian will will make sure that girl gets a BBL by 17. She's a fucked up parent.
Yo, why y'all ain't tell me to wear a mask, bro? The no jumper Rico, I don't want to be in this shit, bro.
oh
This-
my god,
Bro,
I have-
$5,000. Listen,
Bro, I can't
if
listen.
Kylie Jenner had a BBL at 16 years old, you telling me they're not going to do it to North too? Stop it.
Bro, 16 and 9 is two different
No,
things.
no,
bro.
no, no.
Did she have a
And even
BBL?
16 is
said-
sketchy.
No.
Did she have a BBL at 16?
Yeah, right?
You sure?
How you
Yeah.
know, bro?
You sure about that?
Yes, look at the pictures.
Oh,
Right?
we wasn't looking at her butt till she turned 18.
Wait,
How you know that she had to be?
We was the same age, though.
You
Oh,
were
you
the
was
same
16
age,
when
yeah.
she was 16.
Yeah.
yeah, right? Or like
Oh,
17
yeah,
she was 16,
right?
you know, right?
I always
no.
be thinking you older because you look like that one nigga from The Wire,
Who?
Bunk Moreland.
Who's, wait,
That's fucking funny.
Pull him up,
Can
pull
we
him up.
Josh that up real quick? Bunk
yeah,
Moreland?
yeah, like who's been more like, cause like people like said like, I think like Lush made a reference to The Wire. A nigga called Ezel, they said, like that was like.
No, that's Friday.
Oh, nah, that's fighting words. Nigga called you Ezel.
I didn't
Not,
call him
not
Ezel.
me.
Lush called someone. He said,
Yeah, he tried to call somebody else that.
oh my god.
I mean, like, I do see it though. You feel me? Like, he look like
That's your unk right there.
bro. Listen, like, I
That's
got mad
Flacco
uncles though.
testifying in court.
That's
dude.
your unk for
Yo,
sure.
You look
I
like a
got-
mixture between him and another nigga. You like Umar Moreland or something like that.
Who?
Umar, you see the resemblance with
Umar
Umar,
Johnson?
though, right? Nah, you look like Umar a little bit.
Who's Umar?
I don't know.
Umar Johnson.
Oh yeah. Oh. Listen, now I would take that as a compliment, right? For me, right? You feel me?
Nah, the nigga not ugly.
I would
He
take.
not
Listen,
ugly.
I would take being King Ifatunde. You feel me? As a compliment, though, man. Come on. But him though. Now I do have like mad uncles too who look like him though. But I'm
So
I'm not
you
sure.
think he might be of Liberian descent?
Hell nah, man. Nah, bro. I feel like Liberians have a particular look, right? Like this either is super light skinned or they're like, you know, like me. You feel me?
Wait, is General Butt Naked Liberian?
Yeah, he man, come on, bro. Is he Liberian?
I'm asking.
Nigga, he's the Liberian. Like, feel me? Like what? Like
Was Moses Jewish?
who? Moses?
Was Jesus Jewish?
Yes.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
But he came up with something better.
No, Josh though. But Josh, so did you like watch Nick Fuentes and Just Pearly things in their interview? When I tell you this, man,
Red Pill Flacco incoming.
No, right? So here's where I think is like, so Nick Fuentes.
Fuentes.
Nah, bro. So look, and Nick Fuentes have some type of redeemable qualities, right? But when
he's saving himself for marriage.
No, right? But when you put Nick Fuentes with Just Pearly Things, who just admits, listen, I don't know nothing about you. I don't know nothing about, Israel and Palestine or any one of this, right? And she just lets Nick Fuentes just spew off for 2 hours uncontested. That's dangerous, my nigga. You feel me? Because again,
But she didn't know, right?
But why do it if you don't know?
Because she agrees, and she doesn't want to be the one to say it, so she's keeping her mouth shut and letting him run her mouth.
Possibly.
Listen, me personally, I fuck with Nick Fuentes. I fuck with dudes like Nick Fuentes and like Richard Spencer because they tell me right now. Look, right? Because
You weird as fuck, bro.
No. Right,
You're my boy. I love you, but you weird.
No. Right.
Yeah,
look,
what's the reason? Why do you like them?
Yeah, look, because they show me what majority of these white motherfuckers be thinking and talking about behind the scenes.
Majority?
What?
No, complacency is very dangerous.
I would
by
not
the way,
say it's
just for
majority.
things.
I don't know what percentage it is, but it's hard to say majority.
A very large amount.
But this is what. But you look.
I don't know, because
you are kind of right though, and this is what I said. This is what I said on the No Jumper show the other day.
Yeah.
That there's a large percentage of white people
Who think like Nick Fuentes?
correct, and there's a.
Well, honestly, wait. I have to say this. I've noticed this trend on
I'm
on
not,
TikTok
though.
and
like,
on
this is
Instagram.
like no, I'm not. This is like
Pandering?
Oh my god!
this is a.
Shit on white people like
No.
The thing is this.
So Lush is white this week.
The thing is this.
He's
I
Italian.
thought he was Persian. This nigga he was Armenian. He was a Mexican gangbanger. Like,
Look, it's not about being self-hating. It's about acknowledging the reality of what's going on. This is not like I am not. Look,
saying it's the majority is not a reality.
and
Well, wait. I was gonna
probably
say
is,
something
though.
about that because I've noticed this trend on Instagram and TikTok where I feel like because we've gone ever since 2016, we've gone all this like new wave of woke media. You know what I mean? Like just hitting the streets. And
I'm not a fucking product of woke culture.
No, I'm not saying you are.
Decades before
I'm not
that
saying
was
you
a
are.
fucking term.
I'm saying a lot
I'll
of
slap the
other
shit out
products of
somebody.
woke culture. I see a lot of like male, TikTok creators or Instagrammers making like basically content that's like very far leaning the other side now. You know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
mostly men.
Right.
It's like very few females that are making that
But-
type of content. Like Pearly Things, I feel like is just one of the few girls we see, and maybe a couple others where like they kind of lean on the conservative side. But I definitely do see more young men. Honestly, maybe just my algorithm on the conservative side.
Josh, let's talk about this though. You said it's less than 50% of white people are racist. What type of white people do you hang out
Oh,
with?
you're saying
Not
majority of
racist.
white people are racist?
Yes. No, hold on. Not
I didn't say racist.
Have prejudice and are out.
No, that's bullshit because everybody has.
Everyone has prejudice.
No.
You can't cap about that.
Have make racial comments about black people when no one's around, things like that. Yeah.
I would not say that's majority.
More than 50%.
No.
nah, I feel like
disagree.
more than 50% of white people don't even see that shit. Like it's not in the front of their mind.
You're
I feel like-
delusional.
Dude, as a black person,
would
racism
agree.
is always in the front of my mind just because that's some shit I gotta navigate through. If you're not actively being racist, that shit shouldn't be in the front of your mind. A lot of niggas don't even realize they being racist until they do some shit. Somebody call them out on it, then it's like, that's not me. And they get all offended sometimes because they not racist. However, there are a lot of racist like white people, but I don't think
Okay.
it's majority.
Let me
man.
ask you this.
I don't think
When
so.
you're with your other black homies or family members,
As a white man, why you assuming I got black homies?
do you have black homies?
All right, maybe you right, Flacco. My bet. Nah, I got black homies. I got black homies.
When you're around your homies,
Homies, my friends, my acquaintances.
when you're around your homies, do you make jokes about white people? Do you talk shit about white people?
If a white person walks past us, yes.
Okay.
But
Like,
just random like white people catching strays, nah.
okay. But still, like if a white person's within your peripheral,
And they
you
do
might
something funny, yeah.
not even do something funny.
No. Sometimes I don't feel nothing, but if you
You're
walk
also
by,
you're from Brooklyn, literally one of the most diverse and liberal parts of the United States, actually the world. So the pool of white people that you're around are significantly less likely to be racist
I agree.
than white people in, let's say, Kentucky.
Yo, that's facts, bro. Because I remember one time I was like in Utah or Idaho, and I went to a Walmart and a McDonald's, right? And I had like a culture shock where I grew up in Los Angeles, and I went to the Walmart McDonald's. Everyone was white, bro. Everyone. And I was like looking around, I was like, I can't believe this. I
45
was like, what
minutes
the
outside
fuck?
of Los Angeles, you see Confederate flags.
That's true. Up north, especially.
Country is countrywide. There's no, even in California, the most blue state in the nation, there's the majority of the state is racist.
We're kind of
Kern
proving
County,
Flacco's point right
Humboldt
now.
County.
Because if you go
I
up,
don't
if
disagree
you,
with
if you go up
Flacco.
north,
I
there
never
are
said
hella
racist.
conservative
Though. What I
flags.
said was, and they probably have similar opinions to, let's say, Nick Fuentes or like
and
Richard
Nick
Spencer.
Fuentes and Richard Spencer are fucking racist.
Yeah, they be wild.
I know.
So
listen,
you just proved my point.
wait though. I know for a fact that like Richard Spencer is for sure racist.
But you just said
Nick Fuentes?
You just said,
I don't know.
bro, Nick. Oh my God, we're not even gonna get into that. Like the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, of course.
But Josh, you're from a predominantly liberal area, and you even acknowledged last time we had this discussion that there's a lot of racism around you. That there's a gun shop in the town that you grew up in with racist drawings about black people. Is that true or not?
Yes, for one period of time that
In New
might have
Hampshire?
been- yeah, there was like a pretty famous like Obama type cartoon
Whoa.
that was used at a gun store, and that was because they hate all Democrats. I don't think it's explicitly racist to black people as
Yeah.
much as it was
A
fuck
joke or a
Democrats.
meme or something.
But was it? Did it look?
Oh
racist?
yeah,
Okay.
It comes off as racist as fuck, and that shit wouldn't fly in a lot of other places. But for a small gun store in New Hampshire, yeah, it could exist in a windowsill.
And by the way, I'm physically conservative. I believe that in gun rights, things like that. I'm not like some fucking far left Democrat at all,
Yeah, of course.
by any means.
I feel like
And
anyone
here's
with
the thing, right, about that. I feel like the majority of people are in the middle.
Yes.
Whether the middle to the left, middle to the right, the majority of America is in the middle.
The media does a good job at tricking us normal people into thinking that there's so many liberals, there's so many crazy racist conservatives, but like in reality, if you go walk around Los Angeles and like talk to fucking 100 people, you're gonna be like, oh, I met 3 examples of what I see on the internet.
And guess
you know?
what? Majority of those people in the middle, I don't believe are racist.
But there's white
of course not.
supremacist hate groups in Los Angeles.
Right here, right. But look, I don't think that the majority of white folks are racist. What I'm saying, right, is look.
They have the
The
same
majority-
thoughts as Richard Spencer.
No. Right, look, right. So look, the majority of white folks will probably go home and release some opinions they have about black folks that they would not say in public.
Yes, yes.
But I feel like everybody does that shit.
I
of course.
agree. I think all races do that.
It's
I
like,
think
yeah, like-
I know for a fact that black people do that about white people when no one's around. I know for a fact that Mexicans do that about other races when no one's around. I know for a fact white people do that about other races when no one's around. It's common.
Bro, I feel like back in the day, in the early 2000s, you were able to make like
against Asians, against Latinos.
Yeah.
Like, it's not.
you're able
uncommon
to
at
make
all.
like certain like assumptions or jokes or something like that back in the day without having the racism card like thrown on you immediately. And honestly, like I saw this clip of it's like an old clip of I think Morgan Freeman talking about racism a while ago, where he was talking about Black History Month and racism, where he's like, dude, he's like, the more you talk about it, the more it becomes the thing. He's like, I want to actually not talk about it. He's like, and he was talking to a Jewish person. He was like,
Racism doesn't exist. I don't see color.
no, it's not about
Suck
it's
my
not about
dick.
it's not about that. But he was talking to a Jewish guy, and he was like, "Yo," he's like, "Do you want a month, a Jewish month?" And Jewish guy's like, "No, I don't want a Jewish month." He's like, "Well," he's like, "I don't want a Black History Month." He's like, "It feels like that's what instigates the focus on it." You know what I mean? He's like, if you just forget about it, and just treat everyone like normal people, it just it will
treat
disappear.
everyone like normal people.
But the media
it
does a good
does-
job of always saying,
it doesn't
Chinese
disappear.
guy does this, black guy does this, white guy does this, just guy
thing
does
is
this.
to
How
not
about that?
Facts.
You know?
But to not acknowledge it at all is also doing a disservice, because then we lose sight of where we came from just 2 or 3 generations ago.
Don't forget
where
about the
were we at?
history. I'm not saying don't forget about
Where
the
were
history.
we at
I'm just saying
with
that
race relations.
that like leave the labels out of it sometimes. Just refer to people as people. And like
I agree with that.
I think things will go better.
In essence, like your heart is in the right place, 1000%. But I think that we're over idealizing things, and us being from large metropolitan areas, we don't really have the best perspective on this.
We're
Cancel
not from
culture
rural
ruined us
areas
though,
at
right?
all,
Like,
yeah.
look, for example, right? Cancel culture to me kind of like ruined us, right? Because for example, if you like see a 4K video, right, of a white person, let's say, like cussing out and attacking somebody and who's black, how do we identify that this person isn't just a shit person opposed to like them being racist, right? Because like, because look, like, they could just be like a bad person who just hates people, right? Opposed to them being racist, right? You know, so Karen culture fucked up for us.
Right, and I think there's
There's truth to
also
that.
some idea that thoughts are very different than what your actions are. And having a thought is not illegal. And having a thought doesn't necessarily make you a racist person.
It does,
Right.
though, right?
No, it doesn't.
But-
because a thought is provoked off of things that you don't have control over.
Like here, right? Look, though, right? Like for example, like there's a lot of blacks who I consider, you know, like just racist, right? When they say this, yo, like, and blacks are supreme. You feel me? Like blacks are the original man, right? You feel me? So like when you have a thought process that you are superior to another race, you are racist, right? So there are majority. There's a lot of black people who think that, right? So that thought make you racist, right?
I mean, you're definitely a prejudice for sure. Racism has racism has an undertone of the oppressive ruling class using race to marginalize
But the exact
other
definition
groups,
is
so-
basically is treating people differently based on their race.
But the way
That's
I see it is,
exact
if,
That's
you,
definition.
if you
prejudice.
believe you're superior to everybody, that's cool. But if you start doing shit to keep yourself superior, like you start holding motherfuckers down, that's when it's like a problem.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like everybody can believe whatever they want to believe because that shit don't like your beliefs don't got shit to do with my life.
Exactly.
But you're like whatever you believe in, it's not going to stop me. Now, when you start doing shit to systematically hold me back, or not even systematically, even if you just say I'm not holding the door for this motherfucker because he's black, that's racism right
Yeah.
there. But what you believe is what you believe because that shit ain't going to come out unless I ask you about it or unless something stimulates that shit. Pause. But
I heard this old saying where it was like you're a king of your thoughts and a slave to your words. You know
So,
what I mean?
okay.
Where it's like, yeah, it's like if you got to be careful what you say. You know what I mean? Like Josh was saying, it's
Facts.
like you could think of the dumbest ideas sometimes, but it's just like really think about it sometimes. Be like, do I want to? Let me do some further research to see like if there's any validity to what the fuck I'm about to say.
Your actions speak much larger than what your thoughts are.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, look, old white lady walking down the street sees a group of white kids walking by, does nothing. Sees a black guy walking by, clutches her purse. Like, how do we define that?
I would say
Most likely gonna get robbed by those white kids.
A defensive mechanism? No, wait. Pause. Right. So look. So again, right? Like, I personally feel like, right, if nobody has a prejudice, then like you probably have autism or like you're lacking something, right? Like for example, if I walk down the block, right, and I see a purple dog bite me one time,
yeah.
I do it again and they bite me. A third time, I do it again and they bite me.
You're not fucking with
right?
purple
Wait,
dogs.
wait, right? If I walk back the fourth time and I don't automatically have a defensive mechanism, then I'm actually autistic or I'm lacking something,
Okay, but
right?
some of these
Flacco,
people have
Flacco.
had nothing done to them. They haven't been bitten by
That's
a
the
Exactly.
point.
I was gonna say. Here's the thing, though.
That's the
Is
point.
your point is your example is based off your personal experiences, right? Some people's prejudices are based off what they see in the media. You know what I mean?
Preconceived notions.
Exactly. Rather than like actually having a one-to-one conversation or a thing with or a situation with someone where you came away with it like not liking
That
it
makes
and
sense
then
too,
and
though,
going
right?
like, oh, I'm not going through that again. I feel like less people actually go through that than they actually go look at YouTube videos or Fox News or CNN and see, this title, this, and they're like, oh man. And the next time they're walking down the street, they'll have those thoughts in the back of
Your
their head.
question though, right? So if you watch TV, right, in all your life, and all you see is imagery of niggas looting and robbing shit, then you would automatically perceive niggas as looters and robbers.
We were
right?
just talking about the
That's
bias
called
of media,
mean world
though.
syndrome.
Yeah.
Like I learned in college, like when you watch too much media and you start
course.
thinking whatever you see in the media is the way it is outside your door, that's called mean world syndrome. When you watch commercials all day about medications, you might start thinking you got something. You might want to go to the doctor more. If you see that, like when 9/11 happened and they said everything was dangerous, niggas was shook going outside. Niggas thought
Shook
that,
to fly.
and they thought that the craziest terrorism attacks was going to be done by niggas with their head wrapped when it was a bunch of white niggas shooting shit up, bro. The most domestic terrorism been done by people that they wasn't even checking for back in them days.
Of course. Not fair.
And also, like, what's the number one thing that breeds racism? Fear. What's fear bred by? Not understanding, being inexperienced. Again, you being from New York, you're not. You don't trip on white people. You don't trip on any race.
It depends on where I'm at.
You've been around them though to an extent where it's like, okay, you have more of a cultural understanding than somebody that's from Idaho.
I live in a city where it don't allow me to think any group of motherfuckers is the same. So I know that if I encounter some white people over in New York, and I know I go to Louisiana or some shit like that, I know I'm dealing with different white people. If I go to Lynchburg, Tennessee, I know these ain't the white motherfuckers that I'm dapping fists with outside the pizza shop in Williamsburg.
Right.
I know that these niggas might have the tendency to call me boy or something like that.
Right.
So I'll avoid those situations. And I'm not a separatist or nothing, but I don't put myself in situations where I'm going to make somebody uncomfortable with my presence or somebody's going to make me uncomfortable with their presence. And I feel like that's more so the way shit should go down there. Because you got the right to believe whatever the fuck you want. Once you start engaging me with them beliefs, that's when it's different.
Well, okay, so you're aware of these white people in Lynchburg, Tennessee that have these racist tendencies overtly, not even subtly racist tendencies. You don't think that there's a huge percentage of the country that encompasses?
Yeah, but I also am the same person that believes that there's white people in Lynchburg, Tennessee that's not on that shit. It's just not up to me to figure out who's who.
Right.
Because that's dangerous.
Of course.
But that just kind of goes back to my original point that it's very likely that at least half of all people of any race are going to be
Half is
racist.
crazy.
50%. You said it yourself.
Not
You
racist,
said 50% have the ideology of Richard Spencer, or will let thoughts come out
right? Here, right? So look.
at
So
the
here's
end of the
what-
night,
Yeah.
decompress.
Yeah, right. Look, right. So look. So here's why, I guess I'm fond of Richard and Nick, right? Is they have certain like opinions and like views, right? That I can imagine, okay, like a white person, let's just say, just random whites, right? Will probably never express that to me, and I wouldn't know that those views existed if Nick Fuentes and Richard Spencer didn't say it just outright, right? So
And get 100K views per video, and you're like, oh, okay. There's people who watch this as well.
that makes sense.
in fact, you feel me, right?
So it's putting you is bringing that awareness to you.
Yeah, right. So look, I wouldn't say that 50% or majority or half is racist, but some or half like may go home and have certain views that they are not racist, but is controversial views about the looting, about BLM that they probably won't say out loud, right? Because they fear they'll be labeled as racist. You feel me?
I just think the world that we're in, yourself included, Josh,
Damn,
the type of white people that we have in our circumference are way less likely to be the ones that are spewing that type of ideology.
We're in a largely democratic city, though.
But you talk about the majority of the population. We're just talking about U.S., right?
Yeah.
The
Well, yeah, if we're talking about the world, is significantly more.
Democrats are most racist.
The rest of the world is in a different way, yes.
Like they're the most racist.
In a different way, yes.
But we're I would say progressive. Los Angeles is a very progressive city, and it's not very not just progressive, but it's a melting pot.
But what
We
I
have
was
a lot of
gonna
different
say
people here.
is most urban areas, or a lot of them, are democratic, and that is where the highest populations are. If you look at the highest populations in the country, it's
Correct.
New York, New Jersey, California, Florida, Texas, and those are the big ones. But if you look at the numbers, it's like New York and California, and then kind of everybody else.
Texas is the second most populous.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, and everyone is around these urban cities, and those cities themselves are somewhat blue and liberal.
But the majority of the state outside of that is red.
And that's due to the way that our voting systems are set up and not necessarily
The
reflective
electoral college
of the population itself, and more
Exactly.
so of
Well, honestly, it's like,
the
dude,
systems that are already in place.
out of
But even within,
no, you're good.
even within Los Angeles, just because you are a part of No Jumper and you're in the hip hop community, the type of white people you're going to be around aren't the same that if you were going to Stagecoach every year and were an avid country listener.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I
That's
mean?
true. Different types of people.
Concerts, and I've never seen, other than like a Confederate flag, nothing overtly racist about like people saying shit, and like even like the Confederate flag.
Other than a Confederate flag.
The thing is, bro,
Yo, the Confederate flag don't fuck with me like that, man. Cause it's just a flag, bro. Like if y'all niggas is carrying burning crosses, I'm a little bit disturbed. I don't like that, but a flag is a flag, bro. I understand what it means, and like I'm just not scared of one nigga with a flag, bro. Like
nah, but like
not a Confederate flag.
If you was at
if
a
you got a
Kendrick-
Crip flag or a Blood flag, then yeah.
Oh shit.
Yo, but if you're at a Kendrick Lamar concert and you see somebody with a Confederate flag, you're gonna
They're
be
not
tripping.
gonna be.
If I'm at
that.
if I'm at a Kendrick Lamar concert and I see somebody with a Confederate flag, you fucking me up with that one. Danny Mullen getting his ass beat because I know it's Danny Mullen. That's the only nigga. That's the only nigga that's going to a Kendrick Lamar concert with a Confederate flag.
Honestly,
Don't give him any ideas, right?
Yo, Danny. Well, okay, so Danny said that he was not the one that recorded or took a shit, so he should probably be like blameless for putting out the video. Like, what do you think?
Where was he when the shit was coming out?
Like there.
He the blame, bro.
Yeah.
Flacco, if you go to rob a bank, right, and I walk in that motherfucker with you, we dapped up outside or whatever, right?
Yeah, of course.
Or let's say I'm holding the camera and I'm focusing the camera on you, or I'm with the nigga that's focusing the camera on you. I robbed the bank with you, Flock.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
so
of course.
he was there with the cameraman, with the nigga that took the shit. He took.
Did he upload the footage?
He took a pseudo shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a shit.
I
surrogate.
disagree. You feel me?
It was a Hawaiian man who did it.
Yeah.
A Hawaiian man?
Mm-hmm.
What is that? That's American, right? What color was he?
A Polynesian, so he's like probably like
he's a Pacific Islander.
Yeah, Pacific Islander, exactly.
So he wasn't black.
No.
Bro, not even black people could take a shit on the Martin.
No, I
Luther
know,
King
I know.
statue.
I'm not defending that shit by any means.
Nigga,
That was crazy.
If
but
I do that shit, I'm getting packed out.
That nigga need a Hawaiian punch.
Nah, hell no.
If anyone at No Jumper would do that,
hell no, not me. Hell no. Bro, listen, like,
For sure.
I feel like, right, because I have, like, the satire and the jokey when it comes to, like, you know, like, dudes like Nick Fuentes, right? The folks think, like, I'm, like, you know.
I know you're really pro-black at the end of the day, though, at your core.
But, like, I'm a militant black nigga. You feel me, bro?
Right.
Like, bro, like, I'm a militant nigga, right? So when it comes to, like shit like MLK, nah, bro.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying.
Like,
It's only racist because he shat on MLK statue. If he shat on the Michael Jordan statue in Chicago,
Yeah,
he's just going to piss off Bulls fans and niggas that wear Jordans. He's not going to piss off all black people. But
Yeah.
it depends on what the person stand for. Like, when they snatch down all them statues, they snatch it down because of what it stood for. So when you desecrate something, what it stands for has a real impact on whether or not people going to be pissed off.
And there is comedic license to a degree, but then you also, part of comedic license is people are allowed to interpret it and react however they want.
Exactly.
Now, him making that joke, and you know, I've had good conversations. I like being on the pod with Danny.
Of course.
He like that one pod we did. He's a super entertaining guy.
Super smart, too.
Super intelligent.
Yeah, super
smart enough to know
but
what
he's
the fuck
ready to
he's
push
doing.
the line, dude.
Smart enough to know what the fuck he's doing when he makes a comment of a picture of Kobe Bryant and his daughter saying like, "Oh, this looks like he's having sex with her in a bubble bath." Like,
Bro,
dude,
dude,
you see that?
Nah.
I feel like
after-
comedic. Okay, my fault. Yuri.
After the no, you're good. After that whole thing had happened, dude, he has a girlfriend. And he had his girlfriend put on like fake bruises and fake scratches on her face, and he like put on like a wife beater and took her to a women's march and was like pretending to be an abusive boyfriend at a women's march with her.
Oh,
like
that's
he's
kinda funny.
he's
This
ready
nigga
to
should
push
be
the
wildin'.
line. Yeah, he's ready.
Nah,
to
that's
push
funny,
the-
though.
That's kind of
That's funny, Flacco.
It's kind of funny.
Nah, that was funny, though.
Yo,
You feel me?
It's a little funny.
MLK, again, though, I'm biased because I'm black. Like, the MLK shit, I'm not cool with. The woman... Nah. Not trolling them.
That's what I'm saying.
Not trolling them, you know?
If they dressed up like a pimp and a hoe, I get that. That's cool. You tread the
Yeah.
line. But like with the comedic license shit, the comedic license ends when you actually bring shit out your asshole and shit it onto a mother.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
if you
yeah.
use
That's fucked up.
fake poop and you fake took a shit and then it's fake
Nah,
poop sitting there,
that's still fucked up,
I'm
yeah.
cool. I'm cool with that because you didn't actually.
Nah,
desecrate
bro.
nothing.
We still got to pack.
How
up on
about
that,
the
right?
fact that that's not funny? Like,
It's not. None
like
of that shit.
Wait, but
beyond,
also, like, the-
beyond it crossing lines, like,
Yeah.
do you find that is there anything even slightly funny
Well,
about
hold on.
taking a shit next to that statue?
Well, no, okay. I thought you were talking about the. other
No.
one.
Nah, the thing he's not a
What
funny
was shit
person.
funny?
He's just shocking.
Exactly.
Like I don't think he thinks he's funny, but he's interesting.
He's a comedian,
because
though.
He does shit that'll make you click on it. Whether I'm pro Martin Luther King, anti Martin Luther King, or indifferent. If I see a video with a title so and so shits on the Martin Luther King statue in Watts or whatever, I'm clicking that, bro, because I want to see if niggas got ran down on. I want to see, you know, the outcome of that. So he's doing shit for the shock, and there's
Yeah.
people that always been about being shocking. So it's nothing new, but he's just treading lines that people don't normally tread. But in a world where everybody's outrageous, you got to be the most outrageous motherfucker to be outrageous these days.
Yeah, I agree. I do think he's funny though. Like he
Lil
has a
Nas
good sense of
X
humor.
and also, like,
was reverse cowgirl
that-
with the devil.
Yeah,
you got to be very
exactly.
outrageous
Yeah.
to be outrageous these days.
And also, like,
Facts.
I'm not defending him in any way at all, but like, I did watch that video after everyone was talking about it, and like, what had happened was like everyone fell asleep, right? And he was asleep. His homie, while everyone was asleep, went to go do that, and then came back, and he had, and then I guess at that point, Danny had woken up, and he was like, "Where'd you go?" And the dude told him, "I went to go do this," and then he was like, "Oh, let's go film it now." So he did technically still make a joke out of it, but it wasn't a thing. I don't think where
I don't really
like,
think this
was like
justifies.
no,
the
yeah, it
in
didn't justify.
any
But that was
capacity.
like the chronological order.
At
of
first,
events,
he took a shit on a statue, not for content. Just
His homie, not him. Yeah.
his homie.
yeah, his homie. That's what I meant. The Hawaiian
because they
brother.
were like
That's kind of worse.
sleeping
low
That's
key.
worse.
Yeah.
That's worse.
A demon, man.
Because that's some real spinning the block shit. Like you didn't
Yeah.
take no cameras, no nothing, bro. You did that shit out of pure hatred, just for like
Oh my God.
on a bucket list, bro.
A Hawaiian too. That's crazy, right? I mean, that's
So imagine if Boom Gang was doing all the shit he did with no cameras.
Oh yeah.
That's
It-
what the
it'd be-
cameras make it a little softer. Pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Nah,
you're right.
15 years to life.
Because you can hide
Honestly.
behind the veil of, this is content.
Exactly. Which
as
is
opposed to just,
at this point, it's a dumb veil to pull. Like, everyone's over it.
Yeah. Now, Danny did apologize and said that he would never do something like that again. So like
shouts to him for that.
right. So so let's see. You know,
Oh, can we do, because I got a dip soon, can we do this? Yep.
what's that?
Young Bull says OTM no longer a part of the Stink Team. This is big news if you're into the LA rap scene.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I'm just gonna go out in here and say it. Like,
Sure.
I think OTM are absolutely horrendously terrible rappers. I think they lowered the value of the Stink Team by even being affiliated with it. I'm glad they're no longer a part, and I hope they don't stay apart. The dude was like a child actor or whatever. Like
Yeah.
Draco is my favorite rapper of the past 15 years.
Facts.
Everybody knows I literally was trying to get Draco bailed out. I'm literally in. Anyways, I was working closely with Draco for a while. Beyond that, huge supporter of him, huge supporter of Ketchy, RIP to both of them, huge supporter of Ralphie, Say So, and all the other dudes. They fucking suck, those guys. OTM is
that's not
they're
fair,
horrible
bro.
rappers, bro.
That's
They're
not fair, bro.
absolutely horrendous.
The one nigga that be rapping with his eyes closed, I don't know his name, the light skinned nigga.
Blue Pesos.
Bro.
He
let me
literally
say this.
tries to be Draco.
He's like, I feel like it's a bunch of different Draco bars, and he's mixing them up from different verses. Because I hear all of these shits.
Shanae, Pippi Longstocking.
Yeah, and I understand. Like, let's say Draco did give you the right to use that because I heard that, right? That's fine, bro. But
He's keeping the truth alive.
no,
Bro, no.
Listen, though, right?
Ralphie is keeping the truth
But
alive.
look though, right? So look now, in terms of
And the other guy's worse. The Buffy kid, he's fucking awful, bro.
Yeah.
They're terrible rappers. If you guys see this, you get mad at me. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're nice guys. I don't give a fuck. Your music sucks.
Yo,
Look though,
Baby
right?
Stone Gorillas cooked them niggas though. Like,
I
they
fuck with Baby
cooked
Stone
them.
Gorillas.
Baby Stone Gorillas, that's some authentic shit, and they doing something that you don't hear, you don't see. I feel like I like Baby Stone Gorillas a lot more just because you want to root for them when you see these guys. Like, I'm not trying to be offensive or nothing, but they act like dickheads, bro. Like y'all like they act like dickheads, bro. And it's cool because I do hear like he's good. The one dude is good at making Draco songs. He's great at it.
Damn.
If you like Draco and you never heard, or if you never heard Draco, you'll love this guy.
Yeah.
But he's a constant reminder that he's not Draco.
Yeah.
And that's the shit that disturbs me because I loved Draco's music so much, like to the point where I was buying concert tickets when I couldn't even go to the concert, dude. Like if I knew I couldn't go, I still bought it just to help the shit go, like
Oh,
in
wow.
any way I could, dude.
That's sick.
Like when shit was coming out on iTunes, I'm buying singles on iTunes, all of that shit. Like I really supported Draco when he was alive. So just to see these niggas doing this shit, it's like, bro, you kind of sort of affecting his legacy. I don't want to say you fucking up his legacy, but let what he do exist within itself, bro.
yeah.
I heard one of
Obviously,
his
they got
songs.
sick of it and they got rid of these guys.
No.
I heard one of the songs and it sounded like you were saying like a straight copy
Yeah.
where you're like, you might as well just listen to Draco. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So in terms of like what and I heard happen was now in terms of like their music, I guess they're cool. You feel me? Like
I'm sick of being
Right?
political, bro.
Now-
when it's just whack, I'm gonna call it whack.
nah,
Like,
bro. Listen, right. So look,
that shit
though,
is whack.
right? I can't call it whack, right? Because they actually, again, because they make music, right? You feel me, right? So I can't call it whack, right?
Because they make music.
it's
not
music.
whack.
Yeah.
What?
Stop, bro. No, right here, right.
I hate this new thing,
right?
this new
No,
millennial
no.
fuckboy shit, where if you say you don't like something, you're a hater. How about it's whack?
No, I think
somebody's
those guys,
art, though.
they
Nah, listen,
dress
though.
nice. They dress
It's
wonderful.
whack to
They
you,
dress
right?
Sure, they're nice
nice.
kids.
Nah, wait though. It's like whack to you though, but
I'm the intended demographic.
yeah, right. But like there's somebody who
I love as a
Who's
huge,
out there?
as
Yo, I
a
was
Drake,
gonna let him rock.
as a
I was
Drake,
gonna let him
rock.
as a Draco stan. I'm the intended
This nigga
demographic.
came in a
You feel
three-piece
me?
suit talking about I'm the
it's
intended
whack to you, right?
demographic.
But for somebody out there who think it's hard, you know?
No.
Yeah,
LA
right.
is not rocking with that, bro.
Right.
They're not.
But there's a story though, right?
huge
That's
fan
funny.
of Draco, yes.
Yeah.
If anyone's gonna like it, I am.
Draco's thinking about Lush when he was making all his music.
I'm not saying that, you fucking imbeciles. All y'all are retarded. What I'm saying is, as a hardcore Draco fan, that's what.
But let's touch on though, like the actual story, right? So like they're saying though,
They suck.
that no, right? So yeah, right. So look, so they're saying that when Draco was alive, that Draco was getting 20%. Now they're saying that they wouldn't mind giving a 20% to like Draco's mom or Draco's estate, but they don't want to give 20% to Ralphie because they feel like Ralphie hasn't done like 20% of work for like their career, so they left. So based on that reason they gave, I can't fault them for leaving. You feel me?
But how he gonna rap now? What kind of rapping he gonna do?
What?
You still gonna rap like Draco when you not the Stink Team no more?
I think they cool though. You feel me? So you feel me? Listen, I think they cool. Now their music ain't for everybody, right? I'm sure there's some OTM fans who think they the hardest niggas to ever live. You feel me? So
Hell no.
I can call them trash.
What? Nah, the thing about the Stink Team that made everybody lit, in my opinion, so many different styles, bro. When you hear Catchy with the voice, and he's like, Florence and Fig, I fell asleep at that Mickey D's. Like, bro, everybody, it's like, yo, y'all keep coming from all these angles, and it's like, yo, that's what's the good shit about it. It wasn't two niggas that was alike. It's like Wu-Tang, but the West Side shit.
No, for real.
But my
Say
thing
So
is
sound
also-
different. Ralphie sound different.
I would have accepted them niggas depending on what Greedo would have said. If Greedo would have said, let's do a song, let me throw you on the tape, I would have rocked with it instantly. Instantly, because what Greedo has to say about this whole situation concerning them, it would have affected me severely just because they had a big history, and then he still got the drummer Stinky Beaches thing that he trying to do, and throwing them like the new guys that's there. You got a reincarnation of Draco, whether we want him reincarnated or not.
But I mean that whole movement, as amazing as it was for LA, I mean now you got OGZ on tour with YG.
Yeah. I ain't gonna speak on that, bro.
I'm not gonna speak on it either, but that just shows that there's kind of holes in that union right there.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, sometimes you got to think with your kids in mind. OGZ is also a father, so
hey,
some
I get
shit
it.
you're not about to turn
Nothing
down
against-
based on politics that really don't exist at your front door.
Nothing against OGZ. I fuck with OGZ heavy, but it's definitely
This whole topic
Beaches.
is hella sketchy and sensitive,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Because something might get said by accident, bro, and that's not to be said around these parts.
Yeah, bro. Listen, man. Like in terms of like the reasoning for leaving, I don't think anybody like can hear their reasoning and say they're wrong, right?
No, not at all.
You feel me? And if they're telling the truth, you feel me? Like, again, this is if they're
No, that
telling the
definitely
truth.
makes sense. Like, honestly, from that perspective. But also, I don't know how like Ralphie and Draco were like incredibly tight. You know what I mean? Like, so like I'm sure there must have been some conversation or some understanding between Ralphie where he knew that this is probably what Draco would have wanted. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, for him to take the 20%.
possibly. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that Draco is like
I think it's
would have
weird
been
to not give Ralphie 20% personally.
Yeah, bro. Like again, like when it comes to like the business arrangements, like I don't know how Ralphie and Draco like work that out. I'm just saying, just based on their explanation, if they feel like one person didn't do 20% worth of work for their career, and there really wasn't no type of like paperwork that tied them in.
But you don't think that
I don't know.
losing 20% of their whatever monthly or yearly income is not worth just to still be tied to the Stink Team?
That's what I'm saying. This is not a Rimble situation. Rimble was Stink Team, but Stink Team wasn't his selling point. These niggas, bro, I'm not clicking none of their shit if they never said Stink Team. I wouldn't know who these guys are.
Oh, okay.
Facts.
So it's like, honestly,
even Remble, since he's left the Stink Team, has been very quiet.
Yeah,
he's a great rapper. Like,
the thing is, I don't know what's going on with him, but you know when you first be signing shit too, you be having to be on the shelf for a little bit. It can usually be that, but with those guys, Stink Team is the best thing they got.
The Remble era though was different though, man. Like that was like what
2021.
Nah.
Yeah, he was like
2019 or some shit.
Yeah, but 2020,
but he was
like,
super booming like 2020, 2021.
Yeah, that was when he had Rock Climb.
Vivian Ramsey flow was what?
Nigga, that was like, bro, it was like whenever Draco came out.
Draco got out in
Gordon Ramsay flow was
end
what?
of 2020.
That was
like, I want to say
2019, right?
No, Draco was locked up 2019.
Yeah, it was 2020 then. Whenever
I think it was like 2020.
Yeah, bro, that era was different
end of
for
20,
Rambo,
beginning of 21.
Because he was making songs without cursing, which was rare, dude.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He's a lyricist. He got bars.
Yeah, he could rap.
Yeah.
His numbers though, like, what's the best in LA, right? At that time, bro, right? Like, because he was doing like 50, 60 million views.
He was my Spotify most listened to artist.
And it was like seemingly like he was just doing it on his own by himself. You know what I mean? Like,
and that shit was so infectious. Like, I used to have the Remble voice in my head. I'd be speaking to people in my life like that. I'm going up to my mother. Are you willing to fry all that chicken?
Riley and I still listen to Remble all the time.
It just sucks to see, like, because, like, and when the world needed him the most, and he just left. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like you were saying, it's like, dude, I've seen this happen so many times. It happened with Shoreline as well, where like a new artist or a new group will hit the world or hit the mainstream, and everyone's fucking with them so heavy. They sign this contract, and in this vital time in which you should really be putting content out, they don't. And then they like put it out 2 years later, and then all of a sudden they're missing 50% of their fan base. You're like, oh, what happened? It's like the label does this to everyone for some reason. Like, it doesn't even make sense.
But as
like,
a fan, I think the issue with Shoreline Mafia, and this is strictly speaking as a fan, not as no street nigga, not as nobody that want issues, but everybody can't go. They signed too many niggas, bro. Shoreline Mafia was supposed to be 2 niggas, if you ask me, bro. Not to disrespect the other guys.
Although I really fuck with Rob Vicious, low key. He had
but Rob Vicious could have been Rob Vicious on his own. He wasn't going to boom being outshined by OGZ and Phoenix, bro.
Right.
So it's like he should have just let his homies go. He could have been featured on every song if he wanted to. It could have been like a 3-6 Mafia Project Pat type dealio.
Yeah, honestly.
Right.
Where it's like the nigga ain't down, but he down.
Right. He could have been Killer Priest.
Exactly. He could all of the hypnotized buns type shit, bro.
Kato as well. Kato was really good as well. I like this shit. But it's like, no, you're right. It's like they had a couple songs that did really good together, but at the end of the day, people are really tuning in for Phoenix Flex and OGZ.
Yeah, you could have been like the Killer Priest of Wu-Tang. That's actually...
Those 4-verse songs and all of that shit don't exist no more. Not even 3-verse songs. Songs is very digestible
That's
nowadays.
true.
So you're not going to get all 4 people contributing equally.
Of course. And, like, right now, too, man, like, it's a shame to me that, like, Remble left, right? Because I feel like right now, like, he could have been, like, the king of L.A., right? You feel me?
He's still super young, though, so he's got time.
Because, bro, think about it, right? Like,
he's super young.
Nip is gone and Draco is gone. You feel me? So like now, like there's like this big like gap of
Greedo, Remble.
Who's the guy? Well,
Greedo's the guy.
Now, right now, no, he's not right now.
Yes,
You feel me?
he
He hasn't
is.
dropped anything
Yes,
yet.
he is.
Hasn't dropped
Bro,
yet.
whoever
Watch-
you think,
watch.
whoever
I've
you
heard
think
his
is
new
the
No,
guy,
I'm taking Lush's side. I'm saying he hasn't dropped anything yet. Like you have to like wait till he drops, and you're gonna be like shocked.
bro,
Right?
whoever you
Yeah.
think is the guy, ask him and he'll tell you that Greedo is the guy.
Wait though, right? Wait though, right?
Greedo's a national star.
I'm the one,
Not
right? And who stated when he comes out and start releasing consistently, he's gonna take over this shit, right? But he hasn't dropped that. Now, I'll be real. The snippets that I heard that he was like debuting, them shits ain't sound like it's about to, boom.
I'll tell
feel
you
me?
what. I'll tell you what. I have songs, unreleased songs of his.
Yeah.
Amazing. They're hits.
You
And,
feel me?
I'll tell you what. It's the same energy as when Pac got bailed
Man,
out.
stop it, bro.
That's what it feels like. I'm not saying he's
Pac,
an
nigga.
Chill.
Come on,
I'm not
bro.
saying he's on Pac's level, but when Pac got bailed out, you were a sperm cell still. I was alive. I remember.
If you ask me, Greedo better than Pac. son.
People were excited.
Damn.
like when they were, even though he hadn't put out the music yet, people were excited, and that's what this feels.
Dude,
like
we're
right
going
now.
to get another Lil Uzi Vert feature on one of his songs in the future. He says he has a whole unreleased Draco project together that's gonna come out.
We got the link up with Wally the Sensei.
Dude,
Yo,
I'm out.
listen.
I'm out. Yo, R.I.P. Jeff.
Yo, bro, listen. Yo, listen.
Lush.
Yo, Greedo. All 3 Flow remix is
Yo, you
necessary,
missed.
bro. You feel me? Right? Like, it's a requirement, man. But, bro,
Men's G
right?
condolences.
I told everybody, bro, when Greedo comes out, we don't care about these other niggas no more. But until he drops something that really, like, captures us, bro, like we can't just give up that title. You feel me? So,
I think it's like he was saying. It's like
Mozzie coming out soon, too, though.
I feel that, but but Mozzie's from the Bay Area. Greedo's actually no. But where's Greedo claim? Because he's from a lot of different Texas,
that shit
LA.
is the hottest motherfucker.
The Watts. Okay, Watts.
Well, like, but they don't count here. So look, like when we say like King, like, and we're talking about all of California. Who's running this shit?
No, that's not how California is run. It's a Northern King and a Southern King, bro. You can't have.
Right.
A king
Yeah, I
all
was
of-
gonna
all
say
of
it's usually
California.
like that. People always
Drake
just
was out here though. He was the king of everything.
No, he wasn't. He was the
not
king of
really,
was.
bro.
King of Southern California, bro. You can't,
Wait,
you
Who's
can't.
who's that dude that passed away in the Bay Area? Draco has a song with him as well. Like he was kind of like the king of the Bay Area while Draco was the king out here.
Who?
Trevor had done a video for him.
Oh, Mac Dre.
Nah.
Yo, Josh
know what
just
you're talking
fucking
about.
threw
Oh
me
my
to the
God,
wolves.
bro.
That one dude.
Yeah, like tats on his face. I can think of. Oh my
He
God,
passed
bro.
away not too long
yeah,
ago,
yeah.
or like a year or two ago.
I be listening to Southern Cali shit, so I'm not that much of an expert up there.
I'm gonna open up the chat. Let me know if you guys.
But nobody
know.
from Southern California is gonna let you say that a Northern nigga is king, and it's the opposite way too.
No, here, bro. When I think about it like King, right? Like I'm just thinking about like, for example, like, and who music right now, you know, like is just running like the streets of California, right? Like for example, like during that Draco era, like there really wasn't any like California underground nigga and who had it in on let's remember him, right?
Niggas is saying it's Briss.
Briss. There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Briss.
yeah.
Hold on, wait. And somebody called me the AD from Walmart. I'm crying.
Oh no.
Yeah, Briss, right?
That means
Yeah,
they
it
like
was
you.
Briss.
Yeah, I'm fucking
RIP
with it.
Briss.
I used to be in the chat calling people the AD from something else.
Oh no, it's slow, right?
No, I was thinking about Briss.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, Slowby, you're right.
Yeah.
That's the recent dude.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You're
That's
right.
the guy you were just describing, I think.
Yo,
no. I
bro.
was describing
Thank you, chat.
Briss as well. But yeah, shout to the chat.
My eyesight's hard. Yo, bro, you should do like 2 p.m. with me.
Pause. I'm with it though.
I bet. wait. But why the pause though? Like 2 p.m. You should do 2 p.m. with me.
Do it with me.
Oh, that's what it means. I bet.
It just sound mad like cautionary.
Gay?
I had to,
It sounds gay.
nah, I don't say that because some people might be offended when you use that. in
I know
that-
that's true, bro.
So I just say it sound a little bit cautionary.
Yeah, Josh, what are like the other topics that we missed so like we can?
We didn't really miss any. I think there's just one thing we didn't go over.
Yeah, man, folks, you know.
Ooh, actually, I guess you
oh.
can say it for your stream. I wanted you to react to the Russell Westbrook shit last night.
Yes, please, right?
Let me pull that up real
Yeah.
quick.
And also, I wanted to say I'm glad. I was talking about this on 10 Talks with Riley, but I'm glad No Jumper posted it. The whole thing between Justin Bieber's wife and Selena right now.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not into celebrity gossip at all. I do not give a fuck about any of that shit, especially Justin Bieber and his wife. I don't know who the fuck she is, but I
don't
watched
know
a whole
who-
video
yeah.
about, like, how she's basically stalking Selena and copying her, like, in every single way, copying tattoos, all this shit. It's kind of crazy, bro. And she
I
she
seen
got
the
her
eyebrow
man.
thing, though, right?
What?
I seen the like the eyebrow diss, right? Like when like Selena was like, "Yo,
Yeah. That was like towards the end, but there's so much shit before. You know what I mean? There's like hella shit before, and it's pretty interesting. I'm glad No Jumper posted it because it's pretty weird.
yeah, this nigga be ratting, man." That's
Oh, that's mad federal.
and apparently, right, like, and he's doing and all this bullshit because they was telling him to shoot throughout the game, bro.
That's crazy.
Yo, like, it's like he just so fucking unaware. It's crazy, right? Like he lacks like self-awareness because he knows, bro. Like when this shit hits the internet, one, like you're already like, you know, like and out the door when it comes to the Clippers, right? You feel me, right? Right, look, right, because he came, right? They were on like a 12-game win streak, and he came and they instantly lost like 4 straight, right? Obviously, he's the fucking problem, right? Now, I can understand how like it's super fucking annoying, like hearing like a fucking gnat and a bitch ass fan and who don't shoot basketballs, who don't do shit with their fucking life, right? Pestering you to shoot the ball. I can understand that, right? But the NBA like should not allow their bitch ass, like stars to be like kicking out fans for that shit, bro.
Exactly. What kind of like they've built this business model around charging a crazy amount of money for those people to be able to sit there
and talk to people,
and to an extent say what they want, as long as there's definitely lines that have been crossed with some of the shit. But if they're just, especially if they're just telling him to shoot the ball, and they're just, how is that any different than the thousands of other people in the building also telling him to?
Exactly.
That's why they're paid millions of dollars to be out there, and these people are paying to be there. That's the exchange that they're already making.
And it's not fair too, right? Like, cause like for example, like they treat like the celebrities different. Bro, Spike Lee has done incredibly worse than any. Bro, Spike Lee gets up, scream, runs up and down, wave his arms, right? And Spike Lee ain't never got kicked out. You feel me? Like, so why is a regular fan getting kicked out?
Reggie Miller was about to fuck Spike Lee up one time. I'll tell you that much.
No, like I seen like clips of that, right? Like at one point, right?
This definitely makes this dude look bad, because it's like there's a difference between skating for fun and competition skateboarding. You're gonna have hella people around going, "Oh, loser, come on, do it," like, or some shit like that. It's like you have to be able to deal with that stuff. And dude, those tickets are probably very expensive to get those front row. Like, are they getting refunded?
No, and then you potentially, if you get kicked out, you can risk getting banned and shit too.
But let me say this.
Wow.
He handled that shit the complete wrong way, because guess what everybody else with front row tickets is gonna want to do? They want to get a rise out the guy who's gonna react. Even if he's playing good, they gonna be like, "Oh, you're finally doing good, you bitch." Like,
of course, and bro, also too, man. Like, this is the main issue I had with Ben Simmons, right? And I was like telling people this from
whoa. I have been on the Ben Simmons hate train, and you have been a big supporter of him. Yeah. This is a flip.
No, right? No, right. So look, I always said Ben before the injury, if he had a jump shot, he would be LeBron James. You feel me? That's facts.
Huge if.
That's facts. If Ben learned to shoot the ball and he's averaging 25, 10, and 8, he's LeBron James.
That's a big if.
You feel me? Right? But
he would have LeBron James stats, but he wouldn't be doing shit that LeBron James does.
Bro, he's a 6'10", elite defender, handles like magic, passing like magic, rebounding. Come on, bro. Listen.
And this nigga averaged 1 point a game, so what the fuck? None of that shit matters.
Basketball's a game where points matter.
Before injury, though, and he was averaging 16, 9, and 8. So you telling me with a jump shot increasing like 20, 22 a game, averaging 22, 10, and 9 as a 6'10" point guard, that's magic. That's LeBron, right?
Yo, knowing all these stats off the dome is crazy. I'm gonna get you some pussy, bro.
Not that. Well, here, right? So like Ben Simmons, like to me is like my favorite or was my favorite, right? You feel me? Like, like ball player at some point. Now, post the injury, I personally like I just feel like it's those demons. You feel me, bro? Like where like he's just just in his head. Cause look, like when I heard that and he was so like stressed out that he got a back injury, I didn't even know that was possible, right? That just being stressed out can get you like back spasms and shit.
You remember Marquez Foles? Like Philly dude, same issues where he came out being this like unbelievable dude and he just got the yips. He just got these mental hurdles he can't jump over. His whole game, he was unable to get over.
Well, no, right? So, and I actually heard that it was an undisclosed accident that fucked up his arm, and they just never like put that out there. You feel me?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Right? But bro, can you imagine? Yo, if Markelle Fultz like would have been what Markelle Fultz we thought would have been, dog, that's like a fucking dynasty right there, right?
You're showing your real Philly today,
right? Yo, bro, listen though, right?
You guys are talking about right now.
No, bro, listen though, and they traded up, and you gave away the fucking Kings picks they had, right?
They could have had Jason Tatum,
bro, and Jaylen Brown too. You feel me? But bro, can you imagine if they would have just stayed packed, right? Because the Celtics would have been forced to give Markelle Fultz, right? Just due to pressure. if they would just stay back and get Jason Tatum and Bede, Simmons,
They
Tyrese
promoted
Maxey,
trusting the process, and then they didn't trust the process.
nigga.
And then what has the are you guys? You're over on that, right? There's no chance that they're gonna win with this iteration.
No. Whoa. Pause. Like, listen. Like Tyrese Maxey to me is, and he's right now like he's a fringe star. If he just like takes that next step, bro. Like
These are a lot of big ifs you keep throwing.
what?
in.
If Tyrese
You could
Maxey
say that about 80% of the league. If one of these players, if Zion was healthy, dude, he'd be a fucking beast. He'd be the new Shaq. He would be unbelievably dominant. That's a big if.
Right, but I feel like Zion. Okay, like for example, like if Zion gets injured again next year, it's pretty much done with, right? But I truly believe, bro, like if Zion just stays healthy, bro, like, I don't like think that, like for example, right, like. I think there's two guys right now that can go down as, let's say, like top 5 greats, right? I think that Luka Doncic is a lock for top 10 of all time, and he's gonna go down. It's probably like top 5, top 3, feel me? And if not 1, right? And now Zion, if Zion just stays healthy, bro, he's a lock for top 10.
How do you have Zion over Giannis? Like I thought you were coming out with like, okay, Giannis is like a generational player. Like I could totally see. His game is not even peaked yet, where he is considered like a top 10. That's not a crazy. That's not a crazy take. You think he's peaked?
He's 9 years in already, right? And he's peaked.
No, I think he can still go crazy, and he's been going, dude. Because he ain't been no powerhouse. If he's
Who gets better 9 years in though?
When you come in at 18,
LeBron,
the best.
Nah, bro. Listen, bro. Like Bron at 27, 28 was peaked already, right?
I mean, where did most of his championships come from? After 30, right?
Yeah, right. Because he won his first at 28, right? Like with the Heats. But still, bro. Now Zion is like what, 23, right? So if Zion is averaging like 27 on like 60%, right, percentage as a 22, 23-year-old who hasn't even learned yet how to play basketball. Can you imagine him at 28?
he played college, bro. If Zion get better, test his ass because he on steroids.
Yeah, come
That's
on
about
now.
it.
You feel me? Like, bro, now I feel like currently, right, like we already know the Giannis, and he has peaked, right? So like he's probably like what, like a top 20, 25 player right now, right? Like because he has two MVPs, right?
I think I
Yeah,
think you're
right. Defensive player, and then 1 championship. So he's like what, top 25 right now. Now, if Jokic wins 3 back-to-back MVPs, bro. And he's surpassing, I think, Giannis.
He has a crazy last name.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah, look. Yeah, he got...
Try to pronounce it, Yuri.
Antetokounmpo.
Wow.
Antetokounmpo.
You got to say it fast, like the announcers. 'cause they don't-
Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Wait, hold up now. Like, and he's not top 20 yet?
It's Antetokounmpo.
Look, like...
Antetokounmpo. Oh, there you go. Antetokounmpo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm black. I got experience with difficult names.
Nah, as a fact, right? Look, and he only has 3 all NBAs and only has 3 in all defense. He's not top 20, like, like definitely not top 20 yet.
You're wildin'.
Nah, bro, like...
How many triple doubles has this guy had, man?
Yo, listen, guess what, though? Like, and Ben Simmons... I think was on pace for like the most triple doubles to start off a career and shit, right? So
on pace don't mean that. How many you got?
I think Ben Simmons has more than Giannis, right?
Triples?
Look it up, Josh. Yeah.
Me and Giannis are the exact same age.
You pronounce that
Look
G
up Ben
hella
Simmons
hard.
triple doubles. Triple doubles. 33? Yeah, that's it. Google Giannis like triple doubles.
Nigga, Giannis had 33 this season. Sound it out, Josh.
Giannis.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
See?
My fault.
But look though, Ben Simmons though is barely even playing this year, right? So he don't got like none this year. So that means in his career just up to now has been more in like Giannis has like an extra like what 3-4 seasons? No, an extra like 2 seasons, right? Because Giannis came when 2014 and Ben Simmons came 2016. So
2016 for sure.
How many playoff series wins does Ben Simmons have that he was a part of?
Nah, like what? So and the Sixers made it past like the first round, I think twice, right?
Was he playing?
Just remember like that, like one when like and B got hurt, and Ben Simmons like like kind of like took over, right? So and they made it past the first round, but then they lost in the second round. So
Here's the thing about Ben Simmons. Like, he's a good basketball player, but he's just not focused. You know what I'm talking about?
nah, bro.
I'm joking. I don't know anything about Ben
Nah,
Simmons. I'm
bro.
just talking out my ass.
He's
Nah,
not
bro.
focused on scoring.
Yeah, bro.
On score.
Fan, bro. Being 6'10" with a handle with athleticism like that, bro.
Unable to put the basketball in the hoop.
Again,
That's the game.
now though, Ben Simmons, his first official year and his second year, bro. Come on, bro. Like, bro, and he was skywalking. Feel me, bro? Like he was like, right again, like if he averaged 16 points in the league, bro, he's no scrub. Now, I believe if he would have just learned to shoot the ball, which again, bro, like you getting paid like $40 million a year, and you can't learn how to shoot a basketball.
Yeah, you would do so much better than him, Flacco.
Definitely. Based on what I saw last week.
All right,
yeah,
guys. Shout out to everyone that has watched this news stream. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, wait. Listen, so
Oh, yes.
look. So today, and we had a personal trainer and a boxer coming in to take me through like a workout.
Oh, wow.
But we have to reschedule to next Tuesday. All right. So next Tuesday, and y'all will like see me, box and do like my training session here. But today, it'll be me and Court reacting to your favorite shit, man. You feel me?
AKA Fat Boy Mafia.
Let's go.
FBM. I'm branding it right now. Fat Boy Mafia.
Yeah, facts.
And
man.
that's
Fat Boy
only
Mafia,
for a
man.
limited time because we about to be Buff Boy Mafia.
Nah, that's a fact. Feel me, man, bro. Like,
Flacco's been saying that for a
Crazy
year.
how Flacco hasn't
Yeah, me
invited
too.
me on his new show. That's
You
crazy.
come.
No, it's too late. I had to
Why?
invite myself.
Like, yo, bro. No, bro. Let's do like a like something extreme on Thursday. Like next Thursday.
Extremely gay?
Yeah.
Huh?